if this will actually work when I go look at it later. And then consider this a recording for prosperity, seeing as how Matt is not here. Right, ruining all of our shit. Wow, that's a little stiff. Okay, so this is hit the main cam, no TTS. Now I think I can turn this shit off, but I think I gotta pump you guys out, and this is the point at which I usually get echo. So I'm not 100% sure if this is gonna work, but we'll see what happens. Welcome to the Murder Hobo Show.
What?
That's DJ Daryl Cartier, also known as Ballsack Jones. No? You're not having any of that? Silence. Welcome to the world of New Haven. We're going to do a little bit of a recap here for one of our missing players right now, Matt Stark, who is unable to be with us because of the coronavirus, simply because he got switched over to night shift. So this is we're going to do this for prosperity. I think that's the word. Is it prosperity? Prosperity? Why is Matt in the channel? Matt's unmuted and in the channel. Maybe he's listening. Matt, you should be sleeping, not listening to this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotta go to work in a couple hours.
Yeah, get to bed, mister. So, quick recap. We are playing an adventure called The Courting of Fire. And this adventure entails these guys that were in the Ruby Haven have been hanging out in the corner by the fireplace, these young scribes. Excuse me. It turns out that, you've seen these guys numerous times. You've never had any interactions with them. They come in, they sort of stick to themselves in the corner and whatnot. But the local library, which is called Lauren Latte, run by Theo, he's the grand sage of New Haven. He's in charge of the library, which is the sort of the fountain of information around here. Back in the day, that's what they did. But he's under, he hires scribes and stuff like that come to town. So this is nothing out of the ordinary, right? People show up, they're looking for a bit of extra coin. And it's a common thing to do, during these times, kind of a thing. People will show up, copy a couple of pages, copy a book, copy a manuscript, get paid, have a little bit of room and board, and get thrown a few shekels for, some nightlife at the old Ruby Inn or something like that. Turns out that these couple of characters that had showed up, these scribes, had got caught one night coming out of Theo's private library. They had some books in their possession. And as they tried to flee the town of New Haven, one of them had gotten away, but another one had been captured. And during the ensuing fight, the one guy, I can't remember what his name was, Tiburnus was his name. Tiburnus was captured by the Red Plumes of New Haven, and he was during that fight he had killed one of the guards. So you guys did a little bit of inspections or a little searching around for the old Lauren Latte, talking to Theo and stuff like that. He'd given you some information, given you access to the room in which the scribes were staying at. You found that he had they had changed these books. Was sort of the main thing. They had rewritten these books, replaced them on the shelf, and they had changed it so that you guys couldn't find the location of whatever it is that they were looking for. They were talking about this ancient druidic temple. And in the books that they returned, those pages had been changed or the location had been changed. So they were trying to hide what it is they were looking and scribing these books on the side. You found a piece of paper that talked about like a shopping list. So you went to talk to his name is now Tad Ass Slap. And Daryl was caught changing the grocery sign to Cocksucker Grocery instead of Cockburn Grocery, which did not pan over well when you found out that you needed to get some horses and Tad was the guy with the horses. So, this is why we can't have nice things.
Fucking dirty Darren.
Dirty Darren. So what happened from that point then is you guys went to the Red Plume. You talked to Knight Elide and this guy named Kron Bolver. He's standing in front of a long line of people that come and talk to the Red Plumes in order to solve, yard disputes or whatever. They're sort of like the police of the area, right? You got somebody, your chickens went missing, and you think that your neighbor kind of did it. So you go to him to talk to him about Tiburnus to see if you can interview Tiburnus, and in doing such, he points to the hangman's noose behind you and says, if you want to talk to Tiburnus, there he is hanging from the. So it was a little late. He gave you a piece of paper. I believe he's the guy that gave you the piece of paper that was the shopping note that led you to go to talk to Tiburnus, or no, Tad Aslap. You pieced it all together and figured out that he had gone off into the Dragonspire Mountains looking for some long-lost druidic camp. So, because Charles has yet to see this long-lost deal, we're gonna build it right here. Wait a second for this simple little druidic map to pop up. Players started at this end of the map down here, and they had to make their way into this druid circle of stones in the middle, which opened. There was one of the stones had been skidded off to the side and revealed an entrance to this underground temple that's here. This sort of buried druidic temple. You can sort of see that this is kind of a druid circle, a druid's grove kind of a thing, and the players had to make their way from one end into this circle in the middle while being attacked by kobolds of the standard and winged variety. So that was actually pretty sweet. Darren had an amazing fucking round where he blasted 5 kobolds with his bow and arrow because he was continually rolling over 13, but in doing so had gained the ire of the remaining 3 kobolds, who then pursued him and Claw and Thazit into the hole. So they're already in this hole. Darren flies in here with 3 kobolds hot on his tail, only to find out that when they had arrived at the base of the stairs, I gotta go doot and build. There we go. This is where we're at now. Base of the stairs, there was dead kobolds down here. At the far end of this room, this hidden underground room, these 2 druidic-looking zombies. They have some Celtic cloth on them, some kind of ancient druidic ruins and stuff like that, but this used to be some kind of old druidic temple. You guys are fully aware of that. For whatever reason, these 2 zombies that are down here did not break away with the rest of the pack. They're far more interested in what's going on behind this door than they are with what you guys were doing down here. So that said, that leads us to Mr. Claw. Old Claw decides, I'm not down with this underground space. F this place, it's bullshit, and I'm out of here. And because he's not here, he just leaves and goes back to the town of New Haven, at which point I will put Claw's character on his table over there. And, however, in doing so...
Goddamn Claw.
He meets Charles, or Brudnir, in town and gives Brudnir the location. And as you guys are... maybe we can't do that.
He didn't just translocate with me?
Yes, he did. That's exactly what he did. And I need to hit F8 and resize you. 111. So yes, he cast damn it. Translocate with Brudnir. So the 2 of them immediately swap positions. Bloop, bloop. And that's where we're going to start this off. You don't even know what happened, Brudnir. All of a sudden you were eating fucking breakfast and you show up here with a spoon in your hand and your dinner's gone and you're just looking around like, what the fuck? So we're going to pick it up with, and we're going to pick it up with you, because in ICRPG, as we go around the table, you become the first person. So, I'm going to give you an awesome hero coin right out of the gate. How many hero coins do you already have? You cheater, you got fucking 2 already? Fuck you, you're not getting any. You got enough. Take that. But I did like your translocate idea, so I shouldn't be a cheap, stingy bastard. Pick this up.
But you are.
No, I'm not. I'm going to give him this one. See? I'm dragging
Give
it all the way
everybody
across the table. No. You got to earn yours,
My
mister.
prick.
You fucking mister. So, with your oatmeal still stuck on your spoon, you arrive in a sitting position in a darkened, danky, stinky hole.
We translocated in Claw's ass.
Wow. Wow. Oh my god.
All right, so I'll scope around. And is it just these two kobolds over here?
At the end of the hallway, there's two zombies, and they're sort of clawing at this long door. At your feet,
zombies.
you'll
Okay.
see there was you don't. So I cleaned the map up a little bit because we were having issues getting around.
Okay.
But there's a bunch of zombies and that were on fire in this area because they got fireballed right around here. And at your feet, in front of you, is a bunch of dead winged and unwinged kobolds. At the far end of the hallway, however, you will see two zombies. Now, there are other doors. You don't have to deal with them. They're not paying any attention to you right now. And there's two other closed doors that you could adventure through.
I guess I'll put that spoon in my mouth.
you want to eat the last little bit of
food?
oatmeal?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to do it slow, but it's last bite.
You're going to do it sexy for the other boys that are in the dungeon?
Sure, whatever they're into.
Freak.
And I'll unsling my bow, I guess.
Okay.
And I'll ask which way are we going?
All right. So that's going to put us over to Thazit then. Thazit, you're like hanging out.
Yeah,
your
well, we
business.
haven't exactly figured out what direction we're going. What do you think, boys? Just go left? Let the zombies have their fun. Let them break down the door. We'll go left and hopefully circle around and get them within the maze.
All right, so you're going to pop over to this door over here. This, I'm assuming this would be the left, depending on which way you're facing inside the deal. You approach this door. It is a massive door, brown, dusty, danky-looking, moldy lumber. It doesn't appear to have any kind of locking mechanism on it, at least from this side that you can tell. So, in order to pass through these doors, you would just probably have to simply just push on them.
Yep, fair enough. Darren, you want to, provide covering fire in case something pops out of there and I come to my untimely demise?
Yeah.
That did not
I'll
sound.
cover
Darren's like, right, okay. All right, so Darren, let's say Darren moves over to here somewhere-ish. Boop.
Sure.
I'm gonna have my bow out. Can I take a quick look at the zombies at the door?
Sure
See
can.
if they're a bit different.
They look exactly the same as all the other ones. They're sort of wearing the same flowing, old, ripped and torn ancient garb. They look like the nothing stands out that you would see.
Okay. All right. So then I kind of keep an eye on them. Like my main gaze is focused at the door. Anything comes out, they get stapled.
All right. So, Thazit opens the door. Realizing that the doors do not push in, he's like that Far Side cartoon that says with the special needs kid that's pushing on the door that says pull. And then suddenly he's like, oh, I get it.
Right.
As you look down this unused, dusty, ancient hallway. Actually, do you have a light source because of your spells or something like that? We got to determine light sources here.
Well, he's got his runes. There's always producing a bit of magic with his runes, but
Okay, so you kind of have a bit of a light source that you can sort of peek into the darkness with. Did actually, oops, I probably fucking zoomed way off my spot over there. That's for shits and giggles. Damn it, I went the wrong way again. I think people
God damn
watching
it.
this might probably have like fits of. So we want to go to dusk. Does dusk set the tone a little bit better? Somewhat dark. There we go.
Shit.
Darren's like, I can't see, mate. I can't see. What are you doing, Darren?
There.
So you open these doors. You realize these doors pull out towards you, and peering down this long, dark, dusty hallway, there is like a this is like a 60-foot long, 10-foot wide hallway, lined with 5 regularly spaced doors of semi-rotted wood. The hallway ends in a set of double doors, one of which rotted free from its hinges long ago. There are a number of stone shelves carved into the walls, the contents of which, despite centuries of dust, are tidily arranged. That is one hell of a long look down this hallway. Because what they've done is described this room at the end from your stance where you're at now. Well done on that. And that's what you see. So there's a long, long, dusty hallway. Seems to be rooms built in here. Although you shouldn't be able to see them because, yeah. And then there's a broken door at the end that leads into what sort of looks like a kitchen area down at the far end of the hallway, even though this is unlit and your lanterns can't see that far into the dark. You just sense this, Thazit. You're a pretty smart guy. I'm just saying.
Well, I like to, if at all possible, can I start casting a spell, or am I used up
No?
here?
Yeah, you go ahead. You haven't done really anything. You just
Oh,
sort of
he'll-
open the door and
yeah,
look
he'll
down the
start
hallway.
casting hammer spell.
You're going to cast a what?
Hammer fall.
Okay. Oh, okay. Roll your d20. Nice.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's really fucking fantastic. So I think when this spell goes off because of the natural 20, in 2
It goes off in
rounds,
2 rounds.
it'll not only land with the damage that it does, but it'll land with ultimate as well.
Nice.
Okay, so from there, you're gonna walk down this hallway, or are you just gonna hang out here? You cast your spell, you hang out there, you look down the hallway. Let's go over
That's exactly it.
to Darren. He's last on the agenda.
Quick question for you. Now, this is a lightning bow. Shoots lightning. I'm assuming when I draw it, there's an arrow of lightning already showing up.
Sure.
Will that be a light source?
We could say that it's a light source. Sure.
Okay. All right. So he's gonna move in maybe about 2 feet, 3 feet behind. Has he moved? Hasn't moved. No, he hasn't moved in.
No, he moved
No,
to
no.
there.
I'll
Yeah.
move right to the
Yeah.
entrance. Step in, maybe inside the door about a foot.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't even see.
I'm going to put this blue light source right about here. This blue light source will represent your arrow. Where'd your character go?
I have no idea.
Did you launch him off
There
the
he
map?
is.
Oh, there he is.
No, it's already in the hallway.
Okay, I'm going to put you back over here. There
Yeah.
you go. All right. So yeah, you're peering down this long, dark hallway. At the far end, you can see. I'm going to turn you a little bit and take a screenshot of this because this is actually kind of neat. And you can see the giant murder hobo show up at the top there too. Alt print screen. As Darren makes his way down the dark and dirty hallway, you peer into these rooms here, and they appear to be sort of empty rooms with just like cots. This obviously is the sleeping arrangements or sleeping quarters of these druidic people, or this race of druidic cultists kind of guys that were here. Most of the doors have long since rotted off and fallen into disarray, crumpled piles of broken wood and sawdust and bits, whatever kind of little
Okay.
things have lived in here, have chewed away on them. So there's really no doors on any of these. And you make it to right about there as you're looking down this hallway, and it seems eerily quiet. There isn't much noise going on. You don't really hear anything.
As I'm moving down, he'll step into each doorway, left, left and right. Make sure it's clear. Cursory
Okay.
check and then back.
Okay, fantastic. So that's going to bring it round to me, to my turn. I would like everybody to make me a Constitution check. This is going to be like a fear check kind of a thing. It's a little eerie, it's a little dark, it's a little dank down here. You have some unattended zombies at the far end. And so, yeah, you're a little bit on edge. You're a little bit unnerved, so to speak.
What's the room number at?
12.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that's 2 fails and a success.
No, here's the hero coin, dude.
Oh, no, but somebody doesn't want to fail.
No.
I'll give it back.
That's enough.
Okay, so that's a success. And Charles, you're going to hero coin it as well?
Yeah.
You chicken shizzles.
Yep.
Successes all the way around. All right, you guys managed to, pat each other on the back, give each other some pep talks, steal each other's nerves, calm each other down, and proceed. These zombies that are at this far end here are still paying more attention to what's going on behind this door, or in that general vicinity. And because I don't really have much to do here, and somebody changed my fucking dice to pink again. And there it is. That's Daryl. Daryl's going to, from now on, do everything at hard. I'm going to rotate my...
It wasn't me.
my dice value down to 2. And we're going to scooch right back around to Charles. Inorganic Stream, Brudnir, standing at the base of this cavernous little area here. You see that Thazit and Darren have disappeared down this hallway. Or they're heading that way.
I will head towards the door they went through. How far is that? Is that a full move?
Yes, right up to about here. We put you at a full move.
Okay. And since I don't have a source of light, I will stay close to them, but I'll take out that chain and start wrapping it around my arm.
Okay. Oh, the hound's chain that you have?
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. Blue light source for you too, mister. Control C. Just going to put this over near you. As you do so, where did my light source go to? Right there. Is it locked in place? L? There we go. Now I can move it around. Okay, Mr. Man. So yeah, you wrap this eerie... wait a second. We determined something differently with this chain, did we not? Because you're humanoid, your dogs that are going to appear are humanoidish?
They're astral.
They're astral. That's right. Okay. So you're pulling from a different plane. And you don't really get this blue light. You can suck it.
Oh.
Delete.
Set it on fire.
Are you
At
going
least
to
you
try
remembered
and...
your turn, though.
Yeah, right. He made me feel bad about not remembering his turn ever, so I'm making special notice to do so. That said, Mr. Brudnir, you wrap this chain around your wrist. Immediately, you feel yourself attach to the prime material plane. No, to the astral plane. From within this sort of trance, I want to say. As you wrap it up, you kind of like sort of start focusing and feeling a little bit weird. Your senses start to tingle. This chain embeds itself into your wrist a little bit, and you can feel the pull of something at the end of this chain that just sort of ends in nothing compared to the other people see it just ends in a zero thing. Are you going to summon some dogs with this bad boy?
Yeah, I'll summon a
Okay.
dog.
So I think, what was the ruling on that? One per round?
1 per round, max 4, 5 hit points per.
Okay, so we're going to go to, let me get my dog out. Boop. Dog number 1. We're going to call this guy Astral Dog number 1. Control A, delete. Astral Dog 1.
Sounds like you're saying astral.
I wrote it down that way. There we go. So he appears in front of you. Like a drunken dog, he appears in front of you and falls over. Nope, he appears right there. Now you have the ability to control this dog with this magical item that you pulled off this dead guy. This it's kind of like a leash, and this leash allows you to summon these dogs, and they are at full command. You can mentally communicate with these dogs and have them do anything that a dog could do. Like you couldn't tell him to go pick a lock, obviously, right? But with just a mental thought, you can have him stand guard, inspect a room to the left or right. You control it like he has sort of humanish thoughts, but he's limited to what a dog can do. So it appears in front of you, sits still for a second, sort of surveys its surroundings, looks back over its shoulder at you, waiting for you to give it a command.
Okay. Can I do that this round, or
Sure.
does that take an action?
Nope. You can just have it do it'll just act on your turn.
Okay. I will have it search the room to the left.
Okay. If now it's Fluffy. This is why we can't have nice things. It was Astral Dog, and now it's Fluffy. So this dog pops into this room, and it sort of takes a peek around. It's doing some sniffing and stuff like that. But you get the feeling that it's communicating back to you that the coast is clear, that there's nothing in this room that it can sense.
All right. I'll take my winged boots and move that. Take another move action too.
Okay, so that's going to probably put you right up around here somewhere if you're going down the hallway, unless you have a different place you want to go.
No, that's good.
All right, so you scoot quickly past Darren. Whoosh, your little winged boots flapping. Your dog's Fluffy follows you, comes right up beside you, and heals right there. Thazit, you're looking down this hallway.
Yeah, he's just going to move right up into the hallway. See here. Oh,
Drunk in the
fall
corner.
over. There we go. Let's see here. He's going to cast a second Hammerfall.
Okay.
That should do it.
All right,
It'll
fantastic.
be in 3 rounds.
Okay, I'm looking for you. Here's my core set. Open. In 3 rounds, another one will appear. So next round, actually, you're going to have one pop up. All right, so you cast your spell. You summon the magics. Things go off. You could feel your connection with the magical plane of goodness. You know that spell is coming. Maybe off in the distance, in your little ear, you can hear it enter the atmosphere. It is an asteroid, isn't it? Or is it just a big rock? What is it?
It's a giant rock.
Yeah. Okay. A sip of my coffee as we shoot over to wait a second. To Daryl. Darren.
Well, Darren's going to move on ahead. And he'll move up a bit. Oops, I think I got the wrong one. Yeah. He's just going to be checking as much as he can.
Okay.
Stepping into each room quickly as he goes by.
Make me a wisdom perception check.
Hold on a second here. Ah, shit. Okay, hold on. All right. That's an 11.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so you stick your head in a few of these rooms. You're looking around at the little bits and bobs, the broken cots, the ratted, torn blankets and stuff like that you see in each one of these rooms. As you get a little bit closer to the end, you start to smell maybe old broken pots of spices, the ash from the fireplace that's down here. So you notice that it starts to stain the walls from this little cooking room and whatnot. So you're starting to get your senses are starting to pick up the smells of culinary expertise from down this hallway. This is you're starting to figure out that this is obviously a pantry or a cooking area down at the end, and the bits of it are you're picking it up. But you still have yet to find anything in any of these rooms. They seem to be bare and empty and full of broken furniture and remains.
Okay.
That puts it around to my turn. And we're right back to my fucking pink dice. Who is doing this? I'm going to fucking kill somebody today. Somebody today is going to die. Bloop. Rotation value of 1. During my turn, the moan of the mummies from this back far room sort of emanates down this hallway a little bit. You can hear them sort of scratching and moaning. Ugh. And other than that, it's peaceful and quiet. Darren pops in and out through the individual rooms. Even Fluffy seems to be at ease so far, not really picking up the sense or the feeling of anything waiting to pop out and rip your faces off. Charles.
I want to do a recovery round.
Okay.
Can I move? Doing that as well?
Yep, sure can.
Let's see, where is everyone?
It's awesome listening to Daryl breathe.
Is it me? I don't think it's me.
It's you. You light up green every time somebody exhales, and we hear those nostril noises.
Nowhere near my nostrils. My mouth. I have my mouth there.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so that's a fail on the recovery. But I'll continue to move up, and I'll send my Fluffy in to scent things out up here in the main room.
Okay. So you're going to probably move up somewhere about there. Fluffy comes with you. There you go. And make me a perception check with Fluffy, with the old Fluffster.
That's a 20.
Jesus.
Wow. Okay, so the old Fluffster starts getting a little bit excited. Not really so much as to what's going on in these rooms, but there is definitely something ahead of you in the pantry that has the dog excited. Perhaps it's an expired pack of wieners, maybe some old dried sausage. But Fluffy is definitely very interested in what's going on down here. The hairs on the back of the dog's neck stand up, and you get the sense that something is afoot in the Circle K, which is the area at the end of the hallway here.
Okay, cool.
Thazit, do you want to expand on that there, Brudner? Do you want to let anybody know that?
Daryl, up ahead. I'm sensing something.
Darren's muted. Okay. Thazit, what are you doing, buddy?
He'll double move on up.
Okay. Double move. You can make it probably all the way to the doors.
To the doorway?
Yep, sure. We'll say that's
Cool.
a double move. Passing all of these rooms, again, you peek in them, your little blue emanating light. Where is your blue light? Let's move your blue light. Unlock this, move this up here with you somewhere. And we'll just put blue light, say right about here. Blunk. Your light, I can take off. No, I'm not. As you pass these doors, same thing. Your light sort of shines into these rooms. Nothing but broken old cots, bits of tattered cloth and stuff like that, and just sort of dust falling gently on the ground inside each one of these rooms. As you peek in here, you come up to this door. This one door is ripped off of its hinges, laying on the ground, which allows you to sort of see into this room. In this room, you find that there's a bunch of washing basins and stuff. At first, you might think that it's a room in which the druids would come and bathe and clean themselves, but with the fire pit in the middle and the spice racks off to the one side that you could sort of peek and see, you realize quickly that the smell with the ash and the spices, that this is some kind of old cooking area where the meals were prepared. The room still tidy with unopened bottles and herbs hanging from the roof that have long since rotted and turned to dust. Maybe nothing left but the thick stalk of a branch that the leafy material would hang from. And this room seems to be silent. You don't really see anything moving in this room.
Okay, and his first hammerfall expires.
Okay, so it just comes crashing down into the room.
Ultimately, comes crashing down.
Okay, God damn it, Daryl. Or roll your. So where is it coming down at? Just describe what happens.
Well, it should be anywhere I can see. So let's just drop it right in the middle of the room.
Okay, roll your damage.
So I'll roll the ultimate because it's get to roll that again because of the room pouch. See what happens.
Wow.
Let's do it again.
Come on.
So it's at 24, 29 on top of 2 hearts.
Okay.
So 4.9 hearts.
All right. So then I guess it doesn't matter which one of these fucking things I use on you. Let's use the ICRPG ones. I have ICRPG minis. Climb monsters. Here we go. Blunk. Now these are wait a second. Control C, Control V. Oh, I should have actually resized them because they should be 111. F8. 111, and then Control C, Control V. So you see that there's these sort of little 3 puddles in the room. Each one of these puddles was a this large, was a pile of slime. It starts to, as your fucking gigantic ball of destruction comes flying down, it hits the center of this floor and immediately starts radiating super amounts of heat. These slime cubes, they just basically fizzle into dried up husks, piles of dust, and you've effectively just fucking killed my entire room with one spell.
Sorry,
that's okay, because in doing so, you destroy everything in this room. Anything that is in here is literally destroyed. These tables are crushed into piles of junk, shit's flying everywhere. The jars that were on the walls break and splatter. And leaving behind nothing but a pile of broken wagons. Because I have broken wagons. So I'm going to fill this room up with broken wagons. I'm pretty sure somewhere I have a a broken pile of crates or broken crates or something like that. But yeah, seems how I got broken wagons. That's what came up. We're just going to scatter broken wagons, and they're going to represent the the broken shelves.
There's busted shit everywhere.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that room fucking is completely annihilated and turned into an empty husk of broken wooden bits. Good job, buddy.
Well, got to do something this game,
right? And I mean that in the most cool, good job ways. Because here's a hero token for your fucking awesomeness in absolutely annihilating anything in that room. Oh, well done. Those were fucking 3 heart slime cubes, dude. You're lucky that you did that.
Shit.
Okay, Fluffy yelps a little bit and sort of jumps up on your lap, Charles, because of the gigantic explosion that just went off. But that does put us around to DJ Cartier. Darren.
Right. He's going to move ahead. He's going to check out the next pile of rooms.
Okay, so you make your way. Yeah, same thing. Roll me a perception check to look in these rooms.
Okay. Give me a sec.
So you're just sort of sticking your head in to see if you see anybody, right? Is that the gist of what you're doing?
Yeah. Fuck all.
The sonic blast of dust and wind and explosions that come down this hallway sort of fill this area with a little bit thicker dust and ash, and it kind of obscures your vision a little bit as you peek into each one of these rooms. But you sense nothing, you feel nothing, you sense nothing, except for the remaining vibrations, heat, and dusty wind from the massive explosion that just happened in the room ahead. What the fuck? Roll. All right, that bitch lands on 2. This explosion was so massive, so gigantic, that when it hits and blew all of this room into complete fucking parts, the wave of it and the dust and the heat comes flying down the hallway at you. I'm just going to say this happens on my turn. This is going to be my threat. Everybody make me a dexterity check.
Oof.
And if you fail, you're going to get your eyes filled with dust, dirt, and debris, which is going to make everybody passed.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, I got a 20.
Okay, so for the next, roll me. If you failed, roll d4.
One.
So for that many rounds, your dexterity or your perception is going to be reduced. So anytime you're making perception checks, you are going to have to do it at a hard check instead of a regular check because you have dust bits in your eyes. I'm not going to say you guys can't see, but when you get shit in your eyes and you're like trying to blink it out, and you spend more time blinking than fucking focusing on what you're doing. That's what you guys are doing for the next couple of rounds. Just trying to blink that shit out of the way. And then that puts me around to Brudnir. You're at the end of the hallway. Your dog seems to be in your lap. He's jumped up upon you with this big explosion. You're blinking dust out of your eyes and holding this fucking astral dog.
I'll move forward, blinking dust and shit out of my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a look around the destruction.
All right, you see a room full of broken wagons. Not quite sure really what's going on or where these wagon wheels came from, etc. But yeah, they're what once used to be, by some cosmic twist of fate, shelves of spices and unknown potions, unknown herbs, and collections of food bits and the like have somehow assembled themselves into a room full of broken wagons.
Guess I'll turn to Thaz and say, way to save us from the kitchen.
It was sketchy in there.
And I'll just take a recovery round again.
Okay.
Cool.
Success. So that is going to give you 1 hit point plus your constitution bonus.
Getting there.
Nice. All right. So you take a minute to rub your wounds, apply some salves, throw on some bandages, peek around this room a little bit, and
I'll let Fluffy go in there if he wants to.
all right. Well, the Fluffster, he's not worried about it, man. He pops in here. He has a sniff around. He pees on a few of these wagon wheel legs, and he goes up to this little leg over here and takes a squirt on the wagon wheel leg as he sort of sniffs around and surveys the room. He's relatively calm. He doesn't seem to. He's not sensing anything. You can actually make a perception check for him, though, if you want. I think we should go that route. Fluffy makes a perception check. Fluffy's just pissing on a wheel, man. Dog is just squirting on a wheel.
Feeling in the world.
Thazit, what are you doing?
Well, I guess he's going to go all the way in the room and try to navigate his way through all the the mess, and he's going to
Okay.
start up another Hammerfell.
Okay, fantastic. So if you're going to try and navigate your way through this, you have two choices. What I'm going to do,
Okay.
or what I'm going to say, is trying to cast a spell and pay attention to what you're doing, moving your hands around, doing your business, and walking over these planks is going to make your roll hard. Or
Yep.
you can have a normal roll and just make me a dex check to see if you make your way over the busted shit. And if you do, your spell will go off as normal, but you might take some damage if you fail. You stab yourself in the leg with a sharp piece of wood or something like that. Some basic damage.
No, hard check.
Hard check on the spell?
Yep.
Okay. Confidence. Confidence is everything, but you did have options. Oh, yes.
Shit the bed.
Okay, so describe what happens.
Oh, well, he
Tell
starts...
tell me your pain, buddy. Tell me your pain. I'll put
tell
the
me my
ball in your
pain.
court.
Well, so he starts the Hammerfell. The room starts to glow, and then it fizzles out, and literally just burns his hand. He has to drop the rock. He has to drop the room and blow out a minor fire.
Okay. That sounds like I'm going to give you some very basic damage as you singe your fingertips for 2 points.
Cool.
Excellent. Love it. Okay. That puts us over to Darren. Darren is muted. Looking in the rooms. Eyes full of dust.
Oh no. Oh, I'm one of the few that didn't get any dust in his eyes. I'm gonna step in and look around.
Okay. So yeah, you advance into this room. You can, as you get closer and shit like that, you can see there's a bunch of broken woods and bits and pieces. This room has this sort of deep, acrid smell from the singed slime cubes that were in the immediate vicinity that have been turned into vapor. And
Once I see the slime cubes, I look over my shoulder at Thacet. Well done.
Well, somebody appreciated the work.
Fantastic. Okay, yeah, and so yeah, you get there's a little room around the corner here that might have been spared from, whatever. You can make your way over that if you want to try and cross these broken wagon barrels, but you're gonna have to make me a sweet dex check.
God.
These are these are the new stairs.
Nice.
Okay, that's a 13.
Okay, so you successfully sort of tiptoe across the daisies and end up over in this little area right about here. I'm trying to move you past. There we go. Actually, you know what, guys? I don't know if you saw what I just did, but here's a little pointer that somebody pointed out to me. If you pick your character up and you move it over top of a thing, like say I'm trying to move it over top of Thacet, in order to move it, you left click to grab it, and then you just mouse it around to where you want it to go. But if you want to put it down on the ground, if you can press your left mouse button, and then see how I can sort of just move it until he gets on to where I want him to go. And then once he's on the ground in a spot, these two...
Looks like I'm boning Thacet.
Right, the two of you are in a bit of a tussle. You can let him go. Yeah, and I can force him down. So if he gets stuck over here and he's up on the shelf, oh, there you go. Holding the left and right mouse button down at the same time as you move your character down, it sort of pushes him onto the ground. If that makes any sense. You can do that with pretty much any token. Right? It immediately drops it to the ground, and then you can wiggle it until it sits where it needs to be. Okay, so that puts it around to my turn. I'm going to spin my timer over to 1. Nothing of interest happens as you guys are farting around with the wagons and stuff in this room. And that's going to put me back to Brudnir's turn.
I'll call out. Is there anything over there?
Darren can answer by telling you that this room that is here seems to have some is full of jars and spices and old food bits and stuff like that. It looks like a food cellar.
Okay. Well, I'll just do rear guard while they make their sandwiches or whatever, and do another con check.
Okay. You go ahead and do that. That puts us to Thacet. Thacet, what are you up to? Come around this corner and you can see that's what's in here. Looks like an old spice
come on
rack.
into the room and just do a full investigation of the room.
Okay, roll me a perception check. Fucking change my fucking dice again, you cunts.
All right, that's
What?
perception.
I like that
It's a
color.
hard check.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
snap. As you search this room, what color are you? You are yellow. I'm going to go deal to yellow. Hopefully that card lands in your plate, and that is what you
Yep.
find in and amongst the shelves of this room. Is it weird? Is it obnoxious?
The Amulet of Secrets, +1 to intelligence. Perfect.
Whoa.
That's perfect for you.
Wow. Nice find in that room, dude. That's fucking fantastic. Okay. So yeah, you're searching through the shelves in this room, and in and amongst the shelves, caught on. It seems weird to find an amulet, but maybe it was dropped in behind the shelves as you're searching this room. You're like, oh, what is that shiny thing that was misplaced? As maybe back in the day, you think to yourself, two druids were having some hot, sexy, steamy time. Maybe got a little rambunctious in the pantry. And the necklace had fallen off and become lost to time, and you happen to find it as you search this room. Very cool.
Yeah, well,
Nice find.
as awesome as that sounds, second hammerfall goes off.
Oh.
It shouldn't be as atomic as the other one.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't know where we could drop that or how big these rocks are, but ideally, like to drop it somewhere that we're not.
Okay, so I'm going to say that you're in this room, so you could possibly drop it back here in this room with the broken stuff.
Yeah, it's dropping in the bus and shit.
Darren is probably in range of this.
Uh-oh. Sorry, bud.
Roll for damage, and then.
Oh, there's no damage. It's just 2 hearts of damage.
Okay, so
So
Darren.
when the rock lands on your target, and it's just 2 hearts of damage.
Okay, fantastic. So it explodes in the back corner of this room, not with any kind of crazy ultimate damage this time, but this giant fucking meteor hits the ground, creates another huge explosion. Rocks and bits go flying in different directions, and Darren makes a dexterity check to dive into the room because you've pre-warned him, so he just makes a regular check. Darren rolled an 8, and he has muted his microphone. We cannot hear him say,
13.
fuck!
13.
You succeed?
Yep.
Okay, so Poosh, you
Do I
pop
need to
into
roll?
this room. Spin, head roll. How you fly into this room, Darren? Tell me how it's done. Darren.
I'll just say he bounces into the right wall and extends his feet and shoots towards Taz.
Okay. Fantastic. So you're in this room with Thazit. Dust and smoke now fill the other room. You've done so much destruction to this room that all of the broken wagons die, including Fluffy. Fluffy is now dead. You feel the link to the astral plane break as Fluffy dies in this room. And Darren, you're in this room looking around. Thazit's holding the sweet necklace in his hand, and he's like, sorry, dude.
You know what? I'm going to follow Steve. Just in case he didn't see something. I'm going to look around.
All right.
No use condoms, please. It's a 12.
Deal to blue.
Ew. Nice.
How am I going to describe what it is that you found to you? Oh, so this is kind of suiting, to tell you the truth. This is a spell. So in one of these potions, let's describe this as a. In one of the shelves, you find a jar, and the jar is wrapped with this ancient scroll that Thazit could easily understand. He tells you that this is a potion of healing, and that this is the spell that was used to imbue the magical juices of this jar with this healing touch spell.
Huh. How do I learn this spell?
You just have you don't. There's no learning. Like right now, because we're in this dungeon, you could all just hang out here and say we're gonna take an hour rest, kind of a thing. And during that hour, you would just learn this spell. or we carry on in mere moments like we are doing, and you would have to roll as you're walking through the dungeon. You would have to roll over Wisdom 11 and do 1 heart's worth of basic effort.
Okay, what does that mean by 1 heart? I know what a heart is.
Right, so 1 heart is 10 hit points, essentially, right? And basic is D4. So on your turn, you make a wisdom check. You say, I'm gonna spend some time learning this spell as I walk around. I'm reading the spell, looking around. You beat an 11, you roll a D4. Those 4 points come off of your off of the 10, and when you get to 0 or when you get over 10, then you've learned the spell.
Okay, or you know what? Maybe I'll just take my time when I'm out of the dungeon.
Okay.
Because I don't know if there's any consequences if I fail.
No, there's not. It's just a time thing, right? Is what it is. It works. It's kind of cool because you could literally, in say 3 rounds, learn this spell, which is probably the time it's going to take you to walk back to the main room, kind of a thing, and then you learn the spell.
I'll get it.
All right. So on your next turn, because that was your perception roll, it comes around to my turn. I'm going to roll my dice. And we're going to put that at a solid 3. The explosions. I'm just going to put these 2 guys here. Let's rotate them a little bit. And from behind you, Charles, roll me a perception.
Okay. That's 10.
That's a duff?
Yeah, fail.
Okay.
It was on the 20, then rolled to the 8.
Okay. So I'm going to put these guys roughly right about here because they've had a couple of turns since the first explosion, and you do not notice them. So during your turn, what is it you're going to do? I should have probably hidden these guys so that you couldn't see them coming. Bloop. They show up as question marks. You're hanging out. You're doing your thing. Some explosions. These guys have found some pretty sweet stuff down there. Excuse
my
me.
plan while they were doing that was to go into this room, poke around in there since they're searching, and do a recovery.
Okay.
So I might not have seen him coming up.
Sure. You just pile into this room. Make your constitution check. Let's see if you get some hit points back for one time, because you're kind of sucking at this business, mister.
11?
Room's 12.
12.
So that's a fail, mister.
Oh, but I failed. I failed before.
Mm-hmm.
So
have you succeeded a recovery check yet? I believe you haven't.
I've done one. But the last one I didn't. So does that make this one an easy check?
Nope. I don't know why you would get that idea. Fazit, you and Darren are hanging out in this room. Darren shows you this piece of paper. Maybe you explain to him what it is, how it works, and yeah, that's what you find in this room. What are you going to do now?
Well, we got no other reason to be in the room, so let's leave the room.
Okay. Make your way back out across the broken bits. Well, actually, I think your last spell destroyed them all. So anything that was dangerous for you to walk across before has now completely been turned to dust. You've pasted this room into a pile of ash, unrecognizable parts with your gigantic spells. And yeah, you just easily walk through, make your way over to this door.
Yep.
And in doing so, you look down the hallway and see that you have gained the ire of these 2 zombies that are now walking down the hallway towards you. As soon as you get here, you look down, you can see them. They're like shambling towards you.
Perfect. We'll just we'll shout it to the rest of the team. Zombies down the hallway.
Okay. You still have an action if you want to do it.
Oh, okay. I thought that one may have been a double move. Fair enough. I'll let's see here. Cast Arcane Missile.
All right. Let her rip.
And we'll shoot at the guy on the left. That's more than enough. Or 5 altogether. 5 magic.
Okay, so the guy on the left is this one. I'm going to call him, he's basically 5 of 10.
Spell burn.
Your spell blasts into him. Bits of desiccated arm bits and internal dried rib cages fly out down the hallway on the old 5 of 10. And then that puts us to Darren.
Well, the areas he hears, does it, and he walks around and starts firing.
Okay, so you're going to kind of line yourself up so you can see both of them? Is that what you're getting at?
I'm gonna try and see. Hold on a second. Where am I? Yeah, I guess so. If I can.
I love it. So shoot past Thazit down the hallway into the zombies. Now, if you critically fail, your arrow is going to land directly in Thazit, inside him somewhere.
Do it.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, roll your damage on the first one. So, which one are you shooting? 5 of 10 or regular guy?
The damage guy first.
Okay.
So that's 9.
Perfect. You paste him into oblivion. Bits of his body just sort of explode with electrical power as he just falls into a pile of crumpled bits on the ground.
Oh, da. Shite.
Outstanding.
Roll for damage.
Right in the keister. 10.
Okay, that's it.
Yes, sir.
You take 10 points of electrical damage
Ouch.
as this arrow just like pierces into your shoulder blade. You can feel your arm sort of dislocate, your bones pop out. Yeah, you've taken like a serious blow to the back shoulder.
Actually, yeah,
Wow.
he's probably electrocuted.
Yes, and you shake
Sorry,
a little
Dazzy.
bit.
Sorry.
There we go. That's a lot.
He called a
Fucking-
1.
That's fucking sweet. Okay, so that puts it around to my turn. You can take your 10 points of damage.
Oh, yeah.
And I will switch the rotation value down to 2. And from that point, my zombie's going to be like, he sees you light up like a blue frickin', sweet, tasty treat. You're like an electric Smurf snack, and he's Gargamel. He rolls up on you, and he's going to make a claw-based attack. 8, so that is going to be a miss. He's just swiping at the blueness as you sort of shimmy and shake with the electrical fizzles of the arrow. You dance around this sweeping strikes of this undead minion. That puts us over to Charles Brudnir in the closet, trying to put his bandages on.
All right, so Brudnir hears a zombie warning and sees this one go by, so he's going to pull out his sword and hit it from behind.
Okay, fantastic. Which is sweet because if
Yeah,
Look.
hit that.
now Darren has 2 chances to hit somebody.
Yeah, he's
14.
dead.
Sorry, it's been a while. I'm trying to figure out my stuff.
That's all right. We're not in a rush. In fact, Thazit's probably bleeding profusely from a sweet wound.
It's fine.
All right, so I need to attack again, and then the Ring of Slayers might go off.
Did you roll for damage?
Oh, I was seeing which one I need to roll because I have that Ring of Slayers. Doing that right now.
Wow.
So that's 14.
Okay. So yeah, you immediately fucking split this zombie into multiple parts. Dust and bits of bone and teeth fly off in multiple directions. And Thazit, as you smash this thing, one of its arms hits the wall and sort of breaks into dust. And a piece of one of the fingers of this thing sort of flicks up in the air and lands in Thazit's open flesh wound.
Oh. Good stuff.
That puts us around to Thazit's turn. You have this zombie-like ghoul finger that has landed in one of your open wounds.
I think we'll need to pull that out.
All right. So with a sweet suckle noise, it pops out of your wound.
Gross.
Yep. Bloodied zombie finger.
Yeah, you know what? I guess it's going to. What was that? A recovery roll that you were doing before, Charles?
You make a Constitution check.
Okay.
Beat the target number, and you get 1 hit point back plus your Constitution bonus.
Oh no.
All right. So yeah, you're a little gimped up, buddy. You did not succeed.
Yes, sir.
You know, your one arm's a little tweaked. You're trying to wrap that bandage around it. You're trying to apply some salves and shit like that. The pain just sort of sears. Your eyes are weeping. You've got zombie particle bits in your flesh wound, and it's just not happening for you. I think at this point you might even take a knee. You're like, God damn it! I hate it when I get shot with arrows from my party members, especially for full damage. As you eyeball Darren.
Fantastic.
Darren feels bad. You can see he's kind of across the room. He's looking at his toes. He's looking at his feet. I'm not trying to take away player agency, but yeah, he's got that sort of that puppy dog look, like he ate the garbage, but he's not admitting it.
Yeah.
Darren, what are you doing? You're on mute.
He's looking at his bow, blaming it. He's gonna actually start. He's gonna say, "Well, wait up a minute, guys," and he's gonna look up that spell. Try and master it before we leave the room.
Okay, so you can just use this spell and rip the scroll in half and touch to heal an ally with magical effort.
No, I want to learn it.
Okay. So
even if it takes me like 10 minutes.
Okay. So just roll your wisdom.
Nope.
Okay, all right. So yeah, you're having a real hard time with the scroll. This is awesome, dude. I love this mechanic. This is fucking fantastic for me. Thazit is not bleeding out. He's got a horrific wound, and you're trying to read this scroll, but you're like, you feel so shitty that you're not doing it. But you're like, I don't get it, kind of a thing. But that's going to be the entirety of your turn.
Give me a couple of minutes, guys.
hang on him.
Smash it.
Let's see what am I at here? I got to flip my rotation value over to 1, and nothing is going on for me. You guys are hanging out at the end of this hallway in this fucking exploded room of bits. Thazit's got this open, gaping wound, and Charles just sort of standing there looking around at him.
Yeah, I mean, like, I see Darren over there reading what I assume is a recipe. And so I'll just come in the room, maybe, and I'll do a recovery round. And I fail, and I'll keep moving.
Oh, I had my mic muted. This is why being a fighter in this game is actually kind of cool, because with that you're going to take Constitution to increase your hit points, but it also increases this ability as well, your ability to recover from these wounds. Every skill has its feature. So you're going to make your way back here.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. While you're doing that, Thazit, what are you up to?
Well, as Darren's learning, I'm going to just tuck back in here and try that recovery round thing again.
Okay, make a check.
Nope.
Okay, that puts us to Darren. Darren's trying to read the scroll.
No. I have to get above the room number, right?
Yes, you do.
Nope.
Okay. So nothing, and nothing. You guys, that's 3 fails in a row, my gents, my folks, my peeps. Darren's reading the scroll. Thazit's trying to apply bandaging. Brudnir makes his way into this back room. And my threats, treats, and timers dice is at 1. So something's going to happen here. Let me get some rolls on this here. And it spins around and ends on 2. But for this round, what do I want to happen this round? I think that I think I'm going to have some more zombies come flying into this room, is what I'm thinking.
Oh no!
Just add a little bit of attention to this. But this time, it's not just any zombie. Loves it. You hear from down the hallway this rumbling noise. Every footstep shakes the room so that small bits of dust, small pebbles, loose debris falls from the top. Every step just dust and pebbles, dust and pebbles. You hear the scraping noise of something dragging on the ground as every step gets closer and closer. Dust falls, more dust, scraping noises. That puts us to Thazit. Or nope, not Thazit. I meant to say Brednir. I did, honestly.
All right, so I probably hear that, but I don't see it.
Yeah, something is afoot of the Circle K, but you cannot see it right now. Boop. What are you doing, Charles? What are you doing? Pressure's on, buddy. What's happening?
Summon Fluffy.
Okay, is there a roll that needs to be made to summon Fluffster?
I think I just take the hit points.
Okay, fantastic. I don't remember how it works. I'm sure I told you, so you're gonna have to just. I'm putting the ball in your court. Summon Fluffy. Saved objects. I will give you a dog. I should actually just put the dog so that you can keep a copy of it. Control C. Control V. I put a copy of the Mastiff on your character sheet.
Okay.
Just so that I know. All right, so you summon Fluffy back from the astral plane. Control A, delete, and Fluffy is back. Fluffy appears immediately agitated, facing the doorway. There's a bit of a growl as it looks over its shoulder, awaiting some kind of command. This dog is on a leash. It can't actually go that far. I mean, it can go... did we decide on a distance?
Not that I remember.
Okay, then forget that I said that.
How was it working before?
Well, that's a thing I don't remember, and I don't know. If I didn't tell you a distance, we're just going to say that you can control it and away it goes.
Oh, yeah, because I had to search the room.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll set it to guard the door.
Okay, so Fluffy just runs over here. Fluffy Jr. sits by the door, and it starts growling and barking down the hallway. Thazit, we're over to you, buddy.
All right, with Thazit all injured and everything's rumbling around him and the dog's growling, he's going to throw up a crystal sanctuary.
Oh, nice. Crystal Sanctuary. So I got to go to my objects,
Nice.
saved objects, and I want area of effect templates that I will drop over here.
No, that's
Right,
it's a natural 20, bud.
Wow, fantastic. So what happens because this spell is so good? What does it do?
Well, it says near allies get a +3 armor as long as they're near me.
Okay. So because you rolled so well, what would you like the extra effect to be for the ultimate casting of this spell?
Let's see here. How about bumping that up to a 4 if that's possible?
Let's do it. All right.
Cool.
So
Generate light.
F8, and I'm going to put this. I'm just going to move this thing way up in the air here so that it casts shadow. This is you can see the distance that the Crystal Sanctuary goes just by the shadow. Hopefully it's high enough up in the air that it won't interfere with you guys moving your things around. But yeah, so it's going to add +4 to armor class.
Yep.
All right, nice, well done, buddy. Yeah, that's a solid Crystal Sanctuary. All right, Darren, I think that you should be because you caused the damage in the first place. That you should probably take a -4 to your armor class, but that's just me. What are you
Now,
doing, Chief?
do I see anything?
Yeah, down the hallway from your standpoint, you would see this ogre. I need
Oh,
to-
fuck. Well, gents, we got some issues.
Yeah, this
Well, I'm at
gigantic
the line of fire, so light it up.
undead zombie ogre is coming towards you down the hallway, dragging this tree stump with like some weird barbed wire. He's essentially Negan, but in ogre style. He's got this giant tree stump with some kind of weird razor wire around the tip, and it's dragging across the ground as he makes his way down here.
I didn't want to fucking meet Lucille. So he's going to start launching.
Okay, fire away.
That's a
Nice.
hit.
All right.
Did I roll? No. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Ignore that. So that's 6 points.
Okay.
Fire again.
Oh,
So what
natural 20.
I add,
You're gonna
Dice
do
Yeah,
12
you
or
12 that
die?
damage.
Yep, weapon effort plus ultimate effort.
Okay.
So there's 3 for
That's-
weapon.
That's yeah, 3. I had my 4, right? And then 8,
So
15.
15 total.
Okay, so your weapon damage, you have no bonuses to your weapon damage, right?
No, I do. They have it's magical damage.
It's magic damage,
Plus
and you
4.
get +4 to magic damage. Gotcha. Okay, so your total damage for that was
15.
on top. And what did you do last time?
I think it was 3 plus 4, 7.
So a combined total of 22. Wow.
Oh, wrong one. Is it a die 20? That's a die 20.
Perfect.
Roll damage.
Ah, shite. Hold on. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Ah, shit, 10.
Okay, so you hear the sounds of this yarp, and Fluffy falls to the ground dead.
Oh, you bastard.
Oh, first I'll see it, now this.
It's so good, but so bad at the same time. I love it so much. That's fantastic. So yeah, you just drill. Fluffy's guarding the door, and you hit it right in the shit pipe with a fucking electric arrow. It pops, fizzles a little bit. Enough time to let out a bit of a yelp, and then it just sort of fades to shadowy mist as it dissipates back to the astral plane that it came from. That is my turn. So zombie makes it to about the door. It gets to this door, but this fucking zombie is basically like so big that it can't fit through this door. So it's pushing on the door, and it's pushing and pushing, and then eventually this door is just going to. That doesn't happen to him. There we go. Down you get. Can I turn you around? You're facing the right way. There we go. And then the door eventually snaps off of its purchase and falls forward into this room. Like so. Revealing the full grossness of the zombie ogre. Which he is pretty gross and pretty cool looking. Printable heroes. Ogre zombie. How cool is that? Except he's got more than a piece of wood. He's got a big stick. Yeah, he pushes the door down and enters the room. What are we at here? So that's, luckily for you guys, I'm going to put my rotation value at 1. And that puts me back around to Charles.
Well, Brudner will cover range, draw his sword, and slash his ass.
All right, let him have it. You run at him like a drunk lunatic. You two get into a tussle. He jumps up and down on top of you. See? He's like...
That's fantastic.
I'm gonna hero coin that.
I think that we should make a rule that you can't hero coin a 1. Because in
Yeah, I
Savage
thought we
Worlds...
could.
Okay. That's
In
fine.
Savage Worlds, when you roll a 1, there's no Bennying it. And I think that
Right.
should be the general rule.
I'm
So
fine with
I
that.
like that.
what happens when you run towards this guy and you roll a critical 1 on your attack? I'm going to let you describe the damage that you're going to take. Let's negotiate, Charles.
Okay. Well, there's no debris in the way, so I'm gonna run to that stupid meat club of his. I'm gonna trip on my loose hound chain and bail onto his club.
Okay, that's good. How about we could also say that you did you see the video I posted the other day of the world's longest fall, where that guy comes into the room and he starts stumbling forward, and then the
Yeah.
camera pans off to the side, and then all of a sudden he comes in and he's like still falling forward. I think you should fall forward into this guy's guts and get his like fucking intestinal juices on your face. How about this? This is, let's make a deal. So you could choose to take damage. Just as you run forward, this guy, you run into his club and you're going to take some damage. Or you can run into this guy, head first into his guts. Your head goes into his belly, and on your next roll, you'll just take a hard check because you have zombie guts on your face. Your choice.
Yeah. I like that. Zombie guts is fine.
Okay, so head first into this guy's ogre wiener. You turn around, you look at the boys. You've got ogre penis in your mouth. You're like, I don't know what happened. No? All right, never mind the ogre junk. So yeah, ogre guts on your face. You pull your head out of his guts with a sickly noise. Look around. You've got intestinal bits, oozy, pustuloid-looking creams, and all sorts of goodness on your melon. Thazit, what are you doing?
Christ.
Shoot him. Critical 1. Let's do it. Everybody else is getting the
That's-
crits.
You know what? That's exactly it. Let's see how critical we can get. That's a 14.
Okay, that's going to be enough to hit this ogre zombie.
Fuck him up.
For 7.
7 points puts him at 29 of 30. One hit point left to go. And guess who's up? The man, the myth, the legend. DJ Darren Cartier. Who...
Right. I better not shit the bed. Shit the bed.
Darren's been fucking up enough players and monsters all at the same time.
Huzzah!
Oh,
There it is.
Sweet. Okay. Describe how you kill this big ogre zombie guy, because he's
Wow.
toast.
I just want to roll it and see what I want to do. 12. Oh, wow. 23 points of damage.
Wow.
He hits him right as he opens his mouth to try and chow down on Brudner. He gets an arrow right in the throat. And the ensuing electricity, I guess, destroys his head. Explodes everywhere. Gobbets, brain everywhere.
Oh, nice. Thazit, you now have a little particle of ogre brain in your open flesh wound as well.
Oh, good.
You're like, for fuck's sakes. Okay.
Nice.
That puts it back around to my turn. Or wait a second. Why am I on 1? I gotta roll this dice because I think he was, or maybe I didn't flip it. So we're back to 2. I lost my train of thought. You've extinguished that threat. Immediately in the immediate vicinity anyway, nothing is happening. All goes back to silence as we go back to Brudnir pulling intestinal bits out of his face and his eyes and wiping the goop away.
Yeah, I'm gonna practice proper hygiene right now.
Man, you know what? The Ruby Inn's looking for, look, a hot shower at the Ruby Inn's looking good.
Yeah, I need to learn that translocate. But I'll take a recovery round. Yeah.
Perfect. That's a success. So you add your 1 plus your Constitution bonus back to your hit points, and that puts us around to Thazit. What are you doing this round?
Well, he's going to pick the brain out of him and recovery round.
Okay.
Perfect.
Sweet justice.
So he gets 1 plus whatever his con bonus is, correct?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. There we go. That's a thing.
All right. Newegg just sent me an update about COVID-19. I appreciate that, Newegg, even though I haven't ordered anything from you, nor do I plan on in the future. But thanks for the email to let me know that you guys are doing a thing. Darren, what are you doing? Social
Pulls
distancing.
back out the sheet and
Right.
starts to keep the spill, and she's looking.
Okay, so make your wisdom check.
Come on,
Beat
fuck,
the-
give me 20. Fuck off, I.
You can never.
Fantastic.
It's 2 hearts now.
I need to punish you, Darren, for that critical fail in some fashion. I think what happens. Let's give you some choices and you can choose.
You rage quit.
Oh, everybody
Fuck
quit.
this, I'm leaving,
I'm portaling back to my reality. Something happened with the server, I guess. Connection between your two ends. Which one of these 2 numbers would you like to increase, the wisdom or the number of hearts? So I can make it a 12 difficulty, or it'll become 2 hearts.
Make it a 12.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was a 13 anyway,
It's an 11.
because I got 11 before,
No, you
and
didn't.
I thought I failed. Yeah, I did.
No,
I
you
thought it was
didn't.
12. Oh wait, no, it's on the card.
It's on the card.
Oh. Oh, shit. There we go. Anyways, doesn't matter. Yeah,
Okay.
make it a 12.
You make one COVID-19 joke, and suddenly everybody disconnects. Type here. I'm going to type 12 diff. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
I wrote it right on the table, right beside where you... Oh, wow, that actually is high on the table. That's really weird. I guess because everything's... The table is actually set below the 0 plane, which is why it wrote there. That's cool. Okay, so that was your turn. Now, you succeeded on that, did you not? No, that was a critical fail, which puts it back around to my turn. At this stage of the game, because we're sort of doing the same thing, what's going to happen is I'm going to change the time. You guys are sort of hanging out here for the next hour, taking a little bit of a recovery. Instead of mere moments that we would normally play in, we're going to switch over to hours because this is just going to continue to rotate and we're just going to make dice. So over the next hour, Charles, what is it that you are going to be doing?
Heal.
Okay, so you're just going to kind of hang out and just keep trying your recoveries. And since you're going to be doing that, just give me, let's say, give me 1 roll. Give me a d20.
Well, actually, I'm at 14, so I'll summon a hound again, and then
Okay.
I'll heal.
Okay.
Ping. That's a 21.
Fantastic. Okay, so you at the end of the hour are fully healed up. You've managed to recover enough and drink yourselves and take a breather. Summoned your pet. He's hanging out, maybe looking down the hallway to make sure that everything is cool, and you're gonna regain all of your hit points back. That was a decent roll. Things worked out well for you over the course of the next hour. That's it. Same kind of a deal.
Yeah, he's got it. That's got to recover. So
Okay, give me a d20 and let's see if fate favors the bold, so to speak.
Yeah.
Well, that's a
Not bad.
success. Okay, so you spend the next hour wrapping yourself with bandages. You get a little bit of help from Brednir. He's gonna, apply some salves, clean your wounds a little bit, pour some alcohol on them, and you're gonna end up back at full health. And then Darren,
Okay.
same deal, buddy.
Spend that hour reading the scroll, trying to, and if he masters it, heal other
Yep.
people and himself.
Yeah, this is going to be basically an automatic success because we're no longer. Oh, nice roll.
Wow.
Because we're no longer in mere moments. We went to switch to an hour. You basically, that gives you sort of unlimited attempts, right? A round is
Okay.
what, 6 seconds, and 6 seconds into 60 minutes, right? So you have a lot of attempts, which means is you're just going to learn this spell. So you sit down, you hunker down, you read this spell. You're every runic symbol that flashes into your brain starts to stick. You start to piece it together, and before you know it, you realize that this spell will allow you to touch somebody and heal them for magical effort.
Okay.
All right, so
So just my magical effort?
yes.
Okay. Magic. Oh, healing
This
touch.
over.
I
This
guess.
becomes ancient loot. So I'm going to put this back in the pile.
So what do I have to do?
You need to make a successful wisdom check because casting healing or wisdom power spells requires wisdom. So with a successful wisdom check, you then roll your magic effort, and that is the amount of health that you can apply, and that takes your entire turn.
Now, do I add my magic effort to the like damage or the healing amount?
Yes. Yes, you add your bonuses, your +4.
Now, with the 19 count?
That spell is called count for what? Are you trying to heal somebody?
Well, yeah, that's it.
Oh no, Thazit's
healed.
good.
Then he's gonna heal himself.
Okay.
Yeah, good call.
So I'm going to write this down. You have healing on your character sheet. Healing touch now takes up a slot. Healing touch whiz power.
Oh, okay.
And then that is an equipped spell slot. So one of your 10 slots is now taken up with. There, you don't have a notepad? What's this here?
That's something from Althea.
Okay. Let's set this down here.
Here.
And then this says lock, so I'll unlock it. Let me get rid of the text. That should move that. And then any notes that you need to take, like favor with the Kellamverites, you can write on this notepad so that they don't take up spots, right? They don't take up positions. Okay.
So, you can also use your, you've got a notebook up at the top, and you just make your notes in there as well.
So 6 + 4, 10. So I'm fully healed, I think. Oh, shit. There. Right?
All right, cool. Yeah, just taking an hour, just sort of, rather than go round and round and round and round, we've solidified it, and then I don't have to fuck around with a bunch of stuff. So then we're going to start now. Everybody seems to be fully recouped. Everyone's feeling better. And we go back to Brednir. Brednir looks around, finishes pulling the sausage and cheese out of his mouth, and carries on the adventure.
Sorry, I was muted. So are we going checking the other door then, or what?
Sure.
All right, so we'll just go back down the hall.
All right. I'm just going to say, for shits and giggles, that everybody just ends up back down here somewhere. You guys can all throw yourself back in the main room. I'm working on throwing some of you. And is that it? It just leaves broken doors? Broken doors and broken dreams. You make your way back down the hallway into the main room, and we'll pick up the action from here. All is quiet
All right,
in the
boys.
main room. The dust has settled. This room seems to be a little bit clearer, cleaner. The air is crisper and fresher. The sunlight beams in from the stairs at the end of the room that you can see that lead outside. It's roughly 1, 2 in the afternoon because you guys showed up sometime in the mid-morning. You've been in here for about an hour and a bit. And so, yeah, the noon sunlight shines down the stairs at the far end of the where the entrance is. And you guys pop in through this door, look across at this door over here, which would be to the east. And then where's the... One of these directions points north. So you have 2 unopened doors. Which one would you like to check out?
Well, if the Shamblers were standing at the one, the likelihood is there's somebody back there, right? That they've got an interest in, or we go for number 2 here and hope for the best.
All right, Brudnir, you guys have come up with a plan, and that plan is to...
Oh, I don't know. Those were just options.
Mm-hmm. Discuss amongst yourselves at this particular point and make a decision.
Well, what's our goal here?
So you were chasing a scribe that is in here trying to do a thing that you are not aware of. You're not sure what he's doing. You've just chased him to this place. You're assuming that there's something in here. Or I think the hints were that he's looking for something to try and... It has something to do with the dragon cult.
Well, I just say we do the door where the zombies are going then.
Somebody said 5-minute pee break. Sure, we can do that. We can take 5 right here.
Okay.
All right. Put this bad boy on hold. So it is 9:05, 9:10. We'll pick it up at 9:10. I'm going to smash the mute button.
Kill. It's awfully quiet.
Is it, Darren? Is it awfully quiet? Oh, how did I
Only
get
quiet. Oh, it's only quiet when I damn shoot people in the ass, my teammates.
That was fucking fantastic, to be honest. I gotta say that much.
That's all right. Every game I always fuck up colossally.
Yeah, there's always some cool shit that happens, and then there's always some like bad stuff that happens.
Yin and yang, baby.
While everybody's taking a whiz break, I'm just trying to read up on some stuff. All right, ladies and Jeremy men. Is everybody back from their whiz break? You're muted, stupids. Some of you are anyways. Excuse my burpages. Darren?
Right, I'm here.
All right, so we're just waiting for Charles, I believe. Nope, I see him unmute.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, so we're back from our whiz break. And in doing such, what's going on, gentlemen? We're going to start off with the three of you come into this room. You look around. You notice that nothing has changed. The doors are closed. The two zombies at the far end have disappeared. Sunlight is streaming in through the area that you entered in, and all seems calm and well. You strategize in and amongst yourselves, and in the end, you determined to do... You guys go ahead. Take it over. Which way are you going to go? Well done, guys. Good role playing.
Well, I would go right and leave the zombies guarded for the end. But that's
All right,
just
guys.
my... What the fuck do I know?
Are you back yet? That's it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, there's a discussion going on as to which door that you guys should take, which way you should go.
Yep.
You're involved in it. Everybody make a decision. And then Charles will pick it up. Thazit or Brednir will pick it up with being led that way or directed that way.
Yeah. I'll take a listen at this door.
Okay, make me a perception check.
Those
Suddenly we forget how to RPG, gentlemen. So what's going on here? 13. An 11. So that is a 13. Ear to the door. You hear what you think is the sounds of water splashing around. Now, it's not the sound of water running, nor is it the sound of water dripping. It's almost as if you hear the sound of water being splashed occasionally, like water splashing. Oh, so bad.
I hear the sound of water occasionally splashing.
Like a heavy volume? Or like
Yes.
Darren taking a piss?
No. Like heavy volume, like somebody is maybe swimming in a thing.
Splashy, splashy.
Thazit, over to you. What are you doing?
Well, is the door locked?
Yeah, well,
One
you
that
don't know.
Brednir's
Nobody's
at?
tried it. You just listened at it. And you have
I'm
a
gonna
ruler
try it.
for a hand. Hit F1.
I'm going to see if that door is locked. Yes or no?
Okay. Did you hear that your hand is a ruler?
My hand is a ruler. I see that. Bizarre.
Yep. F1 will change it back to a hand. You're in measurement mode for some reason. So function
Yeah,
1
I
or
see
the
that.
F1 key.
There it is. Got
There
it.
you go. Okay. So Thazit approaches the door, does a little bit of an investigation, decides to push or pull on it. Is that what you're doing?
Yep. See if
All
it's
right.
locked.
The door does not seem to be locked, and it slowly creaks open.
Neat. Can I start casting?
Okay. Inside this room, you see what appears to be some kind of pool. Also, amongst the walls and the floor of this room are inlaid with dead. So the floor is made of bones, organized in such a way as to make an actual floor. Skulls, hands, arm bones, any of that kind of stuff is what the floor of this room is made of. In the pool, however, in the back, you see, as you open the door, these ghouls. I only have ghouls. I don't have these weird things. But these ghouls that pop out of this pool and immediately start rushing towards the door have fish-like features. So you immediately recognize them as ghouls. You've seen ghouls before. You've encountered them in the Undercrypt of New Haven. These look like that, except they have a lot more sort of fish parts attached to them. They are... never mind. They're like fishy ghoul zombies come flying out of this pool, flop up onto this set of like this bone-like floor, and make their way towards you.
How many of them are there?
2.
Oh, that's it. Eh?
Go ahead. Close the door.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? That's not a bad idea. I'm going to shut the door and start casting Hammerfell.
All right. Let me target the door. No. Target the door, state, and boop. You close the door. These zombies come flying up, and you can hear them making wet, squishy sounds on the door as they moan and scratch on the closed side of the door. They're like, and wet, sickly thuds hit the door from the other side. But yeah, as it stands, they don't seem to be able to figure out how to open this door up. They're just kind of pounding on it from the other side.
Nice.
Darren?
Hammerfell failed.
Okay. You cast a spell, you're like, nope. Darren, what are you doing? You're muted, silly. I was being nice there.
Is there any water coming from them underneath the door?
Let's say yes, there is, in fact, a small pool of water dripping. It's not much.
I could basically come over and shoot the puddle.
I see what you're getting at. Sure. You could come over and do that. I believe that Brudnir and Thazit will probably run out of this room immediately as you approach.
Yeah, it's just I tell them, guys, I'm gonna shoot that water, and I make sure I'm not standing in it. I don't know if this is the. Well, actually, I'm betting it. Would he know if it conducts?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that you might have at some point. That's got to be. I don't know, because electricity's not a thing back in the day.
Let's do a roll. 1 to 10, he knows. 11
Sure.
to 20, he doesn't.
Nice.
He doesn't.
All right.
So then he stands pat. He doesn't. He just brings up his bow and keeps it trained on the door.
Okay. So you don't know? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Okay, so you're just the three of you are standing outside of this door, staring at it as it's like the ghouls are pounding on the door. You can hear them trying to shake and rattle it like zombies, but they're not smart enough to figure out how to get through this bad boy. Let me check something out here. Ghouls are ghouls. Poison, knitted, and charm. I'm not sure. I should actually research my ghoul history to find out if the intelligence of these things. But I'm assuming they're not. They're just undead intelligence, right? They see flesh, they eat it. But they're not like vampires that are dead. Okay, so yeah, they're just pounding on this door. But for whatever reason, they can't seem to open it or figure out how to get through. You just hear them from the other side, trying to make their way through. That puts it back to Brudnir.
I will just position myself here behind this as a table.
Okay.
And bring out my bow. Just wait for them to come through.
Okay. They don't seem to be able to open this door.
Good.
So we could be waiting for a while, is what I'm saying. I was trying to express that point. They're unable to open this door to get out. So you've essentially locked them in there, and you can walk away if you want. Everybody's focusing on the door, unless one of you decides to open it. Which I think you should call out fucking Charles or Thazit and say, "Listen, you puss, open that door. Let's do some blasting."
Anytime you guys want.
That's really what I feel like's happening right now. Somebody do something. Oh, Thazit,
Well,
what are you doing?
You know what? Let's do it. Get ready, boys. I'm gonna open up the door. You ready to shoot?
Okay, here we
Door
go.
pulls out, correct?
Oh,
It's ready.
boosh. It opens
Door
up.
pulls.
Yes.
Perfect. And then Thaz is going to take a step back.
Okay,
Around
you
here.
make your way over there.
And that should be about it.
That puts us to DJ Darren Cartier, who's standing there with his bow drawn, getting ready to shoot one of these dudes in the face.
Damn, take that, motherfucker. That's 7. Whichever one you want to. Come on. Yeah. That's another 14 to what? 14 total.
Okay, so this one ghoul just immediately takes 2 like solid electrical bolts to the face, explodes in a wet, squishy sort of noise, and falls to the ground in parts. Thazit off in the far corner gets
Training
a
on
little
the
bit
second one.
gets a little bit of ghoul teeth on him from right around the corner, like
Nice.
it's search and destroy. That's like fuck around.
That was it. And one last one. That's 7. That's another 15.
Okay, so this ghoul, what is it? The ghoul's got.
So 10 and 7, 17.
Okay, so wow, look at you go, man. All right, so you've destroyed these 2 golems. Behind the golems, only you see these things. These skeletal forms appear out of the floor and shit like that, are starting to make their way towards you.
Oh, fuck. Well, I'm going to say I can't fire.
Charred. No, did you miss? Okay.
No, I kept on hitting. I haven't missed, but I'm just saying if it's a different combat, maybe.
No, it's the same combat. These things are just, you see them. I was just pointing out that you still see them.
Well, there we go. Light him up. That's 11.
Okay. So that one explodes into a bunch of skeletal shards that just scatter and disappear into the floor.
Wow, holy shit.
Fucking Jesus Christ, Darren. I'm going to fucking throw that bow in the garbage after this round.
5. It's 6. 6.
Okay.
Wow. It's like a 7 in a row. That's 5.
Okay.
So 7 and 5.
You're
6 and 5. 11.
like a fucking Gatling gun of arrows into this room.
And it's still up.
Yep. 3 hit points left on the one.
Just got a hit. And that is 8 plus 5. 13.
13. That's a hit. 8
And
is
it's pretty much
the
hit.
minimum that you can roll to. Okay, so
that's 8 damage.
second skeleton explodes into a ball of dust.
All right, well, gentlemen, that's it.
There's one left.
Oh, fuck.
Keep going.
You might clear this entire room with your sweet bow, your speed quiver. Holy Jesus, man.
That's 10 points.
Okay. The skeleton fucking explodes. You are like a full-on old school Civil War Gatling gun. Just arrows come flying out from your bow. Everything that makes a move in the dark fucking recesses of this room, you successfully managed to hit. Your speed quiver. If you're wondering what happens, I'm just speaking to the audience if anybody watches this video. Darren in ICRPG has this device that is called a speed quiver. You roll over 13 and you get to go again. And he successfully rolled over 13 7 or 8 times there, 10 times probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Which doesn't happen often. Usually he can get 2 or 3 shots off, but to get a 10 in a rower is not common. So yeah, you effectively fucking open the doors and unload so many arrows into this room that there's nothing left in here.
Right, gents, coast is clear. I'm gonna have a cigarette.
Oh man! All right, so for your cigaretteness and your fucking stupendous action you got there, have a hero coin. You walk off to the side, take a smoke break. You light up your pipe or whatever it is that you're doing. You're like, that was good. That was really good. Fluffy walks over and you can tell that this astral dog, even he was impressed with your ability to fucking rapid fire shit into that room. I got nothing. My turn consists of me rolling my dice. Put that thing at a 2, and that'll put us around to because of. Wait a second. This is what's going to happen. On your next round or attempt, you guys are going to have easy attempts. You're taken aback by Darren's impressive, shots of doom and destruction into this room. It's bolstered your spirits. You're feeling tough and confident, on edge. You're all like, "Oh, that was fucking awesome!" So any attempts that you guys make will be easy on your next round. That's my treat.
That means room -3, right?
Yep. So
Okay.
that puts us around to Brednir. What are you doing?
I'm going to go in that room and loot then.
All right. So you're going to go in there, take a peek around, do some searching. Give me a perception check.
And I'll have the dog do the same. Fuck that noise.
Oh, you're searching through the room. You get over near this pool. You're kind of peeking around, looking at the intricate artwork of these skulls that are inlaid into this floor, and the bones and the different pieces and bits of this room. There, at some point in the past, you realize that this was a room wherein the druids that practiced their art or their craft would intern their dead and bury them into the floor as part of some kind of weird ritualistic mosaic. But you're looking at this floor, and sploosh, you fall into the water. Kapoosh. Nothing happens other than you get wet and you're soppy. But your dog is there, and he's laughing at you because he thinks you're an idiot for falling in.
It's fair.
Where's Fluffy? He's over here. Fluffy comes in. He looks around. He thinks it's playtime. He hops in the pool with you. And, he's pretty happy to be playing in the pool with you. Thazit, what are you doing?
Well, about to make fun of Run here a little bit.
Okay.
You know what? He's going to go and search the room as well, and hopefully do better.
All right. You don't need to move into that room. Just roll a perception check as you sort of look around.
Yep.
18.
Right.
Nice. You are yellow, so I want to deal to yellow. Hopefully you get something cool.
Let's see here. What do we got?
Magic vibrator.
Kind of looks that way. Come on.
I don't want to tell anybody what you got in case you want to keep it secret.
No. Go ahead. I'm having a navigation issue here.
All right. So you, as you're searching this room, you find these they're called Forgeman's bellows. They're huge, durable bellows to stoke a fire to incredible temperatures. Not quite sure what you would use these for, but if you come across some kind of flames, you could use this item and squeeze it together and create and make the flames become more intense.
Neat.
Yes, for some reason they are left in here, maybe to reduce the bits of bone and flesh. Render the flesh from the bone, so they could, who knows what they're in here for? Burn the remains of the dead that they didn't use in the floor, kind of a thing. Sure, something like that.
Cool.
That puts us around to DJ Darren. Throws the cigarette on the ground, stamps it out.
Yeah, steps on it, stamps it out. Actually, no, he doesn't. He just flicks it. And he saunters into the room. He's learned that if you want to find magic goodies, follow Thazit. So he walks in and he does the same.
Okay. You walk into the room, give me a perception check.
Which is easy, I believe. And I still fuck it.
You look around the room and find absolutely nothing of interest. Anything that you do find in this room, you're like, yeah, this is whatever. This is junk. Hot garbage, hot junk. You throw it in the ground. It's just a bunch of skeleton bits and remains of the exploded ghouls that you found, etc., etc. And that puts it around to my turn. So my rotation value is going to change down to 1. And nothing happens basically for my turn. You guys search this room and shit like that. Everything seems to be on lockdown. Let me just say that things are happening behind the scenes, which means that in other rooms, things are going on that you are unaware of during my turn because you're taking so much time. And that puts us back right around to Charles. You're in this pool having a swim.
Clean water, dirty water?
Cleanish water. Yep. It's kind of little, maybe holy or ritualistic water of some kind, of some ancient druidic temple.
Okay, so good to get the ogre goo off me. That's
yeah, 100%, buddy. You feel much better. You splash around a little bit, clean the shit off your face and eyes. You feel like you had a nice regenerative bath. In fact, so much so that because you came up with that brilliant idea, I'm going to make your next check easy just because you're clean suddenly.
that. Okay. Are we done searching the room? Can I search this room still, or I'll search the pool?
Now we're doing 2 searches per room. Your search included the pool, mister. Don't cheat.
Oh. Okay. I'll get up.
Busted.
You're like, yeah, nothing to see in here. You and
Fuck
Fluffy
this shit, I'm out of here.
walk out into this room. Let me put you down over here somewhere. And you know what? Because you're feeling so good and you're in the pool and you're the only one in the pool, my man, I'll give you another. I'm taking away your easy check on your next one, and I'll give you a free search of the water.
A free search of the water.
Before, after I peen it.
Darren takes a whiz at it.
Wow.
Oh, all right. So you're
21.
fucking around in the water. You're cleaning the bits and shit off your face and stuff like that. Your toe kicks something. Unaware of what it is, you reach down into the depths of the pool. Wow. I'm not going to say what it is, but that's actually kind of cool. And that's what you find there, my man. All right. Blood and guts free. You pick your item up and make your way out here. That's going to put me around to Thazit.
All right. Let's go over to that last door. Check it. Are we unlocked?
Okay, so this door is locked and barred from the other side. You start moving it back and forth, and you can hear somebody from the other side call out, "Go away! Get out of here! If you know it's good for you, you leave now."
Okay.
Look, that's gonna
What
fucking work.
construction does this door look like? Does it look like a heavy duty door, or what does this door
They're
look like?
they're all heavy duty doors. Yep, high powered, full druidic,
How many hearts
enchanted.
would you say this door is?
This is going to be at least a 2-heart door.
Okay. Well, let's make this interesting now.
Okay.
It's barred from the other side, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I've got this dragon's orb here. Once I flip it over. Oh,
F to flip. Just squeeze it with your mouse and hit F.
there we go. So what it does is I could do 4d12 fire damage at far range. I lose a fire orb, dragon orb, but I'm going to blow a door right to bits and pieces.
You probably could. So blast 4d12 fire magic, far range item is destroyed. That's your game plan?
Yeah, I suggest we all stand back.
Okay. So over the next couple of seconds, everybody sort of makes their way to the end of the room. You release the magic of the fire orb. I'm going to take this back. Excuse me. This is ancient loot. It was in that pile.
Yeah. And 29 fire damage to him.
Okay. So this door not only opens... let's change the state of the door to 2. But it almost, as it opens, just sort of flies off of its hinge, ends up blown back into the room. And I think I can just put it on some kind of... Oh, no, I don't want to do that one. Let's try and set this up here a little bit. There we go. Off to the side, kabloom, like so. And then we're going to move it into the room a little bit. Push it down. I got a thing right in the fucking way, which is my problem right now. And let's do this. Let's do this and some of this. Skaboosh! The door blows open. And as it does so, you see the man that you're looking for. You can see, you know this is Spurnick. He's standing back. He's got his eyes, or his arms above his face, blocking the dirt and debris that covers this room, the clouds, the smoke, the bits of the broken door that remain. And he's standing there with his kobold, his little army of kobolds, trying to get this door out of the way now. Let's move these guys back.
Now, is there any residual fire left behind?
What are you trying to get at?
I just want to see if there's residual fire left behind that I could use my fancy bellows on.
Oh, I got you. Okay, so yeah, sure. These doors are not only set ablaze, but yeah, there's little crumbs of fire and stuff like that for sure.
Neat. Just in case.
All right. Door blows off its hinges. From behind it, Spurnick is standing there, covered or surrounded by a small army of kobolds, spears drawn, daggers at the ready. The dust settles. He calls out to the lot of you, "Stay back. You should leave now. There's no reason that you need to be here. Let me carry on about our ways, and you'll go home and sleep in a nice warm bed tonight, cozy and comfy, and not dead." Anybody can address him.
Yeah, but you see, you mess with the integrity of a library, my friend, and we can't stand for that, so you got to go.
And what does this library mean to you? Of what import is it to you?
More than you.
Wow. All right. Well, if that's the case, tarry on, my wayward friends. Bring it forth, tally-ho, so to speak. For you shall not enter this room without me putting up a fight. You dare, the three of you, measly creatures, dare come in here and take on me and my army of kobolds?
It almost sounds like go time, boys.
You're like not even willing to negotiate with Spurnick at this point.
I like a bit of an urge to go and urinate and feel right.
Cannot hear a thing you're saying, buddy. Mic to mouth.
So I feel this overwhelming urge to go and piss myself in fear. Fucking wanker.
Oh, at first, hey, why did you Fucking, you know what? Fuck you guys. Two can play at this game. Where's fucking Darren? I'm gonna start fucking changing your name to stupid shit. Darren
I
fucking
didn't do anything.
dinky face. One of you guys is doing a thing here, and I'll figure out who it is. I think it was fucking Charles. Now everybody's fucking changing his name. Yeah, so Sperm Tick's like, fucking bring it on, you dirty bastards. Any one of you steps a single foot into this room is going to feel the full wrath of me and my kobolds. Now, you have two choices. You can leave with your lives, and he reaches into one of his pockets and he pulls out this gem. He holds it out to you and he's like, this will fetch you a king's ransom in the town of New Haven. You can live like kings for the rest of your lives. He's like, you can take this and you can leave, or it's fight to the death.
Or we can just kill you and take it.
Or I could kill you and take your shit. Huh? Who do you punk ass bitches think you are? I don't know why you think that you're going to defeat me in battle here. Huh? I have the cult of the dragon, the Lord Tiamat, the savior.
Oh,
at my back.
With a cult and a murder hobo.
I don't know who that is, but my dragon trumps your murder hobo all day long. My dragon has 5 heads. All of them breathe a separate element. They will spray you and render your flesh from your bones. And he just carries on in this big fucking giant tirade.
Well, our murder hobo has a head that spits.
Obviously, never met the high priest Gary.
He's like, your high priest means nothing to me. The cult of the dragon has been around for centuries, eons. Now, this is your last chance. Leave me be. Leave me to my. I was going to say demise, but that's not what he's doing. Leave me to my business, or face the wrath of my mighty kobold army.
I'm pretty sure you're up now, Daryl. So
anybody? Bueller? No, Daryl is not up.
I blew the
simmer down.
I blew the doors out. So I mean,
yeah,
we're going in order.
I'm gonna start firing.
Fucking Daryl, fuck around. All right, so during your negotiations, he's got this gem in his hand. He's like, you can take this as a king's ransom. He's not having any of it. You come into this room, you're gonna die. So Darren, he starts firing his arrows into this room. Let her rip, Darren.
Shit, watch how you're gonna shit the bed.
He's like, fuck, you guys are dead. You guys are dead. Critical fail. God damn it.
That's some stuff.
Time for some van damage. 9.
Okay, who are you hitting?
Oh, the mage, the head dude.
All right, so your arrow sears towards this head mage. He doesn't even flinch as your arrow sort of hits him in this shield that he has summoned. He didn't immediately summon it. It's just there. Your arrow just goes fades into this sparks and shit like that just burst around him as he laughs at you. He's like, ha ha! Did you think I was not prepared for this? You will suffer the wrath of the cult of the dragon. But you can shoot again.
Shoot a kobold.
Okay. You fucking... so much.
That's a 5.
Okay, so his kobold takes 5. This first one, I'm just going to put this one here, 5 of 10. Takes an arrow right in the chest. Yes! Yes!
Use a hero coin.
No! No! Duff.
So, yeah, it's a hit. It's 13, 17.
Oh my god, I can't believe you rolled that.
12.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to find out where's your hero coin, Darren. Oh, I see it. Okay, I'm going to take that and delete it. You use your hero coin for enough points to fucking reshoot once again. You kill You kill this guy. The second arrow strikes this guy. Bam, right in the mouth. This fucking kobold spins in a circle, topples head over heels, falls to the ground in death and destruction. Another arrow sails into the room. Lightning blast. You should be narrating this, Darren, not me. Fuck you.
I'll give you. Well, and he hits one, and then it rebounds to the next guy next to him. And that does a total of 10.
Okay, so you take out the next kobold, completely dies.
And it's missed. There you go.
Oh, fucking fantastic. Holy fucking Shazamski. Spurnik, Sperm Dick, standing in the middle, sees the death and destruction that you have unleashed. And for that, he's like, you will pay. He commands his kobolds to attack you, and solely you. These three guys rush up towards right about here, covering the door entrance. And these three guys are going to make it right to about here, through the dust and debris. Actually, I'm going to put these guys back a little bit, because they're going to be smart enough to fucking kind of take cover. Where's fucking Darren at? Darren's at the far end of the hallway. These guys all line up. You can just hear and see and feel the wind move as these guys line up with their spears. Some of them have spears. A couple of them have these slings. And these rocks just come flying towards you. Daryl, fuck you and your fucking bow. You've been kicking ass and taking names. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Do I have a range hit with those weapons?
Yep. 3 spears and a bunch of bows and slings come flying in your general direction.
Fuckers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might have rolled 6, so ignore the very last one.
Oh,
good.
shit.
19. So 3 hits.
3 hits. So 13, 18, and 18 are the ones that hit. We're ignoring the last one, so you can take... Oh, have I got a bit of delay? Yeah, I had some weird delay there. Oh, man, come on. So you take 1, and then these 2 as well.
5.
So a combined total of 9 points of damage. Spears come flying by you, rocks, whiz off certain things, spray dust in your face.
Oh no!
Yeah, hit you in the melon. Nothing serious or substantial, but a bunch of little minor scrapes and bruises as these things stand out here in the front and just start picking you off. Now they all had to move to where they got to, and Spurnik is the last one to go. He is going to take a step off to the side over here. So that he gets out of the way of your arrow. Through the nooks and crannies, he can see Thazit, or Brudnir, way down by the corner, standing over by this door. He sees you, and he sees your dog. He is going to cast multiple arcane bolts in your general direction. So one of the arcane bolts is going to hit you. And he hits you for 7 points of arcane damage from across the room.
Okay,
and,
my Duranium Signet will activate.
Oh, you son of a gun.
So I'll take 1 point.
All right, fantastic.
Jesus.
All right, and then Spurnik is going to sort of hide around this corner a little bit here so that he's out of the line of sight. He just takes a step into the darkness. And you can hear him yelling and commands at his little kobolds and shit like that as he does so. That is going to put it around to... Oh, shit. This is at a 1. Every time I look at this thing, it's at a fucking 1. Let's smash the roll a couple of times. It ends up on a 3. And everybody, what do I want to do? So everybody make me a perception check. Let's go with this route. There's so much dust, dirt, and debris up near this door. I should have probably laid it on them. That it's kind of hard to see what's going on back here. If you fail, you're going to make a hard attempt to shoot anybody in this doorway. Fantastic. Darren, did you
Well,
succeed?
I made it.
Okay.
16. My turn?
No, I'm waiting for Thazit. Is that a success?
So sorry, what perception you're looking for?
You got to just make a perception check.
All right, well, it's 15 for me then.
Okay. So if you succeed, so from behind this corner, old Sperm Dick here has created some kind of weird little magical effect where he's blowing up the dust and debris that's kicking around this door, and it's making like a cloud wall. And so if you pass your perception check, you can make out a target. If you fail, you're going to roll hard to attack anybody in this room, and that's going to be my threat. So that puts us around to Charles. What are you going to do, Brudnir?
Well, I rolled a fail on that perception check. Is that extra?
Nope. No, it's just a fail. So you're going to make a hard attempt to do anything in this room.
Okay. Fluffy sick balls.
Right. You do know
How
that
far
you
do you
can, whatever the banana length is, probably near the corner of the table here somewhere. Right out there is good.
And then I'll call out his brother too.
Okay, so we're going to go Control C, Control V. His brother will appear right beside him. I take it he's going to be Fluffy the Fourth.
Sure.
Fantastic. There's no checks that need to be made for that, so that's going to be your turn. You just basically summon another dog and make your way up to the front of the table area here.
Yeah, I'll take cover behind it.
Okay, Thazit, what are you doing?
Let's see here. As it's going to get out of the doorway, kind of work his way over here, and start setting up a hammerfall.
Okay, cast away.
That's a big no. Here's the 0 point.
Yeah, cool. Let's say.
Excellent.
That's still a big no.
yeah.
All right.
What's the room? What's the room at?
Room is
12.
12. See it over in the top corner here, right here?
Oh shit, that makes it then. That's a 12.
Oh, nice.
You have +7 to your.
I've got a 5.
Or 7
I rolled
and
a
a 5.
5 and 2 from the
God damn it. I fucking hate you guys so much.
So
sometimes.
in 2 rounds, that's going to kick in.
Okay, and then that puts us around to Darren.
Darren's going to move right here. Take some cover behind the table. Fuck you wankus. And he's going to shoot back. Shit the bed. I think, did I roll?
I don't know what you rolled.
I don't see.
You rolled an 11.
You have an 11.
Oh, okay, because I said 2 after. Okay, yeah. 11 hit. 11 hits. Because I have that +5.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, big damage. That's a 6. I'll fire again. There, it hits him in the shoulder, and he starts convulsing. And that is unfortunately a 10.
On which guy? Just put your arrow over this
Same guy.
or
Same
this
guy,
guy?
yeah.
Okay. So
The guy on the left.
The guy on the left. How many points of damage?
Well, whoever's hurt, put it this way. 5 points.
Okay, so there is no hurt victims as of yet. So this guy.
Sorry, that's 6, Gary. 6.
6 to 10.
Sorry, 2 + 4. Yeah.
Okay, he takes 6 points of damage.
And that's it.
That's going to be it. All right. Spurnick steps out, waves his hands in the air. You can see the green wisps of power sort of suck into him. And then he points at you, Darren, and he's like, "You're dead." and around you from outside, you hear this slight humming noise as flies start to coalesce around you, and then bees, and then all sorts of other little like crickets and bugs from outside summoned to your immediate area. He has cast the swarm spell. Wait a second.
Roll a 1, you fucker.
Natural 20. Come on, buddy. Okay, that's going to be a
One.
success.
Fucker.
So the swarm spell does takes. So you're going to cast on a location you can see. Close targets take magical damage for 1 to 4 rounds. So this swarm
But
starts
I'm not close.
nipping at you. No, it's close to you.
From this.
So if you go near anybody, he casts it on you. If you're close or standing by an ally, they would take it as well.
I gotcha.
Right? So you're going to take for the next, let's see, 2 rounds, you're going to take magical damage. And this first round, you're going to take, the full pull, buddy. 8 points of damage as these insects crawl up your legs, crawl in your butthole, bite your weenus, chomp on your necks, your ears, your eyes, your hair. You're just infested right now. Make me a. I'm gonna add a little bit of difficulty to this because you think you're so awesome, Darren. Because these bugs are crawling all over you. Anytime you shoot, you fucker. Okay, so I was going to make you make a Constitution check, which you just succeeded. But the only thing that would happen is if you continued to shoot with your bow, it would be a hard check to shoot whatever you're shooting at. But you've succeeded. So these bugs, they're nipping at you, but you maintain your focus because you're daring.
That's right.
Okay, that leaves me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to spread the damage out between the lot of you. So we're going to go 2 for Darren. Oh shit, son! Weapon
So
damage.
much for cover.
Yeah, so two weapon damages and an ultimate. This is your damage from sling rocks and the like. Oh, that's actually not too bad. Another 10 points.
I'm at -7.
All right, Darren goes down, eaten by bugs.
Shit.
I love it. Fucking guys. I'm going to do 2 attacks on Thazit as these 2 kobolds start whipping their slings in your general direction. Oh, that was a duff and a 12. Does a 12 hit your armor class?
No.
Okay, so 2 misses. These 2 rocks go flying by you. And Thazit, they're going to actually attack your dogs, Thazit. Oh, a natural 20. What is your armor class?
Sorry, do you have to meet or exceed, Gary?
Meat.
Meet, then you do hit with 1.
Okay, so you're going to get hit by a rock. You're going to take this damage. Thazit, what is your armor class? You take 4 points.
12.
Sorry, yeah, my bad. I asked the question wrong. Yeah,
Perfect.
Thazit takes 4 points of damage. And Brudnir, what is your armor class?
14.
Okay, so what did I do? So the 8 is going to miss, but the 20 is going to be. This is one of your dogs is going to take this much damage. On big bucks, no whammies. Yes. Fluffy number 3 takes one right in the mouth. And just immediately starts choking as this rock wedges in its face. After a few moments, the dog suffocates to death, falls to the ground, and dies, leaving you with with Ball Sniffer, first of his name. From that point, Spurnick is going to take a move action back here. And these boys are going to pop back out of the line of sight area-ish, like so, and take cover back here. So take that. We go back to Charles. Brudnir, what are you doing? I'm not making it easy on you boys.
Tell him to sick balls. So how far can you get in? Are you talking, Gary?
Yes, I was talking. Sorry, I muted myself. Yeah, he can get all the way into this room and attack this first guy, this first kobold. I think this dog needs to be a little bit bigger because they're probably, relatively close to the same size. But
Right. So attack. Miss.
okay, you sent the dog in. Ball sniffer, first of his name, attacks the kobold and misses. Is there a thing that you want to do?
Yeah. So I can't see in here because I failed that roll, right?
Right.
All right. I'm gonna draw my sword and start going in.
Okay. You make it to the door-ish area somewhere, right up in there. Fantastic. That
Cover on the side.
Damn it. Okay. That's it.
All right, Thad's just gonna have to draw his crossbow. So he's gonna take move back this way, kind of against that wall,
Yep.
and wait for something to pop out.
Okay.
And from there, he's gonna shoot.
Okay, so you're just kind of going on hold. I'll give you a free attack action if somebody pops out of this room. Darren
Okay, cool.
is dead and dying down at the end of the room. He's somewhat
I'm back.
taken. Oh, did you? You're back like to the game, right?
Yeah, all right.
I need you to roll
Do
a
I have to
d6.
make a check?
Yeah, roll a d6. That's going to determine
Oh.
how many rounds you're down for.
That's not good. Oh, 6 is good.
Okay, it was already
Perfect.
set to 6,
Last
so
time.
that means this will be your 5th round because you went down in your last one. You made your roll.
So
It's your turn now, which this will put you to 5. Make a Constitution check.
I didn't make one last round, should I?
No. This is where you make it. This is your first round. Actually, you see what I'm saying? So you've rolled 6 rounds. This is your first one, which puts you down to 5.
I'm good. I might.
You have to roll a natural 20 to get up,
Oh, okay, what?
right?
I thought I stabilized.
No.
No,
on
okay, got it.
a success, each round you make a con check. On a natural 20, you spring up to life with 1 hit point.
Oh, God.
But any of the other
20.
guys can stop this countdown by running over, and all they have to do is make an intelligence or wisdom check. Say it's as simple as like, don't die on me, man. An int whiz check, and you stabilize, and then they can leave you there to try and get up. But you only can get up on a natural 20. I'm taking this hero coin off the table. That puts it around. Is it my turn then? I believe it's my turn, right?
Yep.
Fucking Darren.
Spurnick calls out from behind the wall, and you hear him call out. He's like, "My offer still stands. You can take this gem and live like kings in the town of New Haven, or like your friend at the end of the room there, you can die a lonely and terrible death, perhaps interned in this tomb to the end of days in a ghoul or zombie-like state. Now, make your decision or die." And he's just listening.
Abraham.
You're dead, Darren. Shut up. I don't want to hear any noise out of you. And actually, as he does so, he's going to cast a spell. Your dog is in the room. So there's a bunch of hits. Your dog takes about 19 points of damage, and you just hear the yelp as he dissipates into nothingness. And Ball Sniffer, first of his name, is now out of the process. And that's where we're at. So it's still Spurnick's turn. The kobolds have dispatched the dog that came into the room, and Spurnick's just sort of in this room. You can't see it from where you're at, but he's just calling out into the hallway. So he's around here somewhere yelling out. He's like, you can't defeat me. Take this gem and take my money and leave. Begone, peasants. Leave me to my doings. I take it by your silence that you're still not willing to take me up on my offer. All right, so that's a big fucking...
my bad. I was on mute.
Oh, okay.
I kind of look over at Thazit and go, Hmm?
That is a compelling offer.
Give me your decision or die.
Tell him accept and then drop the hammer.
Yeah. Throw the gem out here.
Never. We must shake hands like a gentleman. This will be a gentleman's deal. I will give you this gem. You can live like kings in the town of New Haven. But you must leave me to my devices. I have things to accomplish. Goals, gods to summon.
What?
And no, nobody? No takers?
Are you
No.
hiring?
All right.
Hiring.
Let's see
I'd
here.
be like,
Da, 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 da. Okay, I don't know if I have a thing, but this is what I'm going to do. As you guys are sort of hanging around the corner, Sperm Dick comes over. He's going to cast a spell. Let's see if this thing goes off.
roll the one, you fucking wanker.
11 plus his bonus is going to be a success. And on the
Prick.
floor, he draws a weird symbol. I'm going to just make it look like this. We'll just draw some weird stuff on the ground. You
Those are
don't
just
know what
letters,
it
Gary.
means?
Those aren't weird symbols.
Well, I don't really have anything to... And then he disappears back behind the door, and his kobold buddies back away from it. But none of you would see this, I should say. So, play it up like you don't know what it is and walk into my trap, friends. All right, so, very well. Deal is now officially off the table. Death to you all. He pockets the gem, hops back around the corner, and yeah, we're gonna go back around to Brudnir, because Brudnir comes next.
I'm gonna run over to Daron.
All right.
I don't know how far I'll get out.
Well, you can just do like a hot sort of double length jump and get all the way down there, kind of a thing. If you want to spend your entire turn just running.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he still covered with the swarm though?
He would be, but yeah, because he's sort of now swarm's gone. Well, wait a second.
Okay.
No, he's still taking swarm damage. He's got one more round. Fuck Darren. So you're going to make it right to about there, but you're unable to do anything on your turn. That's going to put us to Thazit. What are you doing, buddy?
Can I do recovery on the run?
No, because you're going to use your action to move your second turn.
I got wing boots.
Oh, fair enough. Then you can do it because your winged boots let you go quite far.
Cool. All right, got it.
Okay, that's it.
All right. This is going to be ridiculous.
Good.
I know the glyph is on the floor here.
No, you do not know.
I'm talking this point. No. Metagame, we know it's there.
Yes.
What I'm talking about is basically if I were to move into the entrance here, something like here, let's say, would there be line of sight from Dick?
No.
Okay. This is where it's going to get interesting. Because this is the round where Hammerfall drops. So Thazit is in a Hail Mary, Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy
Running in.
Jenkins!
Basically, he's going to continue scanning the room, and the moment he sees Sperm Dick is when he wants to drop the hammer.
Okay.
And is more than willing to take whatever consequences are about to come to him.
Okay. Fantastic. All right, so you run into this room. You appear roughly somewhere right about here. You glance over your shoulder, and you see Sperm Dick hiding behind this wall. He has
And that's where
an
the Hammerfell
absolute,
drops.
yeah, he has an absolute look of shock on his face as you fly into this room and unleash the spell. He did not see you coming, but as you stand there and past this glyph, sparks of green electrical damage, like cords of green
Yep.
whips, come out, and they start stinging at your legs, snapping
Yep.
at you as you're standing there. So you're going to take 7 points of damage from
Okay.
that glyph. 2 hearts of explosions come down on top of Sperm Dick. His entire shield that he had on him, just you can see as it hits, it absorbs the entire 2 hearts worth of damage, but you can tell that it's dissipated, leaving him
Okay.
standing there looking at you like, "Oh shit, there goes
And
my."
that was the effect of it. That was the effect of a spell for before.
Mhm.
It's time's up, so I should still be allowed to cast another spell then.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
And you look at him, he looks at you. You both know that he has no more shield to cover him or protect him.
Cool. Then it's going to launch a, let's see here, the arcane missile on him.
Okay.
Net 20.
That's only an 11. I got nothing for that.
I'll give you here coin.
All right, let's spend it.
Take that.
So an 11 plus another 7 is more than enough.
Natural white.
And that's for 7 damage.
Okay, so you wail into Spurnick with your arcane powers. Sperm Dick is now going to be 7 of 20 for damage. That hits him square in the chest, and he immediately starts to squeal. He's like, "Oh my god! Look, you've broken my shield. I didn't think this was possible. What kind of powers you must have? And he's gonna, well, on his turn he'll do a thing, but yeah, he's a little freaked out. He kind of drops to a knee and he puts his hands up and he's holding them up like, like one of those kids that's like, don't hit me kind of a thing. But he's still bolstered on by his partners in crime, his little fellows behind him. Darren, make me a natural 20 roll, buddy. The natural 20, you get up with 1.
There it is.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Okay, so you got yourself 1 hit point. You shake it off. You stand up. You look at Brudnir. You kind of come to. You're still crawling with these bugs that have been on you, but you're like, hell yeah. Check me out.
Well done.
So that's your turn. You stand up. You're like, you look at Brudnir. You're like, I'm tough. Well, you made your check, buddy. You made your con check. But check this out. Bam. The bugs immediately start eating you, and you take another 8 points of damage, and down you go again.
Oh. Well, I'll have to do another counter then.
Okay. Oh, I love it.
4.
Okay, so 4.
Last time.
4 it is. I'm going to spin my timer around to 1. Rotation value of 1. Let's see here. Kobolds.
Yeah, here it comes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hit 12s.
So 3 hits.
3.
Oops. Ignore the last one, which is a 6. So you're going to take
7 altogether.
7 points of damage from slings and arrows. These guys now break out their swords and stuff like that. There's, their weapons and shit like that, and they're just basically run up and full on engage you in mortal combat.
Okay.
Now, wait a second.
Nice knowing you, boys.
I just remembered a thing too. I just remembered a thing. Where's my kobolds? A thing that I will reveal to anybody that watches this. I will circle it right here on my deal, if people can see this, as it is a thing that only I get to know. but it is a fantastic thing for me. Let's see if I can't get in here a little bit better. There we go. Okay, now that I've taken the time to show anybody that possibly watches this what these suckers get, that puts it around to at the end of my turn. And Charles.
All right, so have the swarm dissipated now? There's one more round, right?
Yeah, yep. They just sort of crawl off him and wander back into whatever parts they came from.
I'll get on him and give him a "Don't die on me." There it
Oh,
is.
nice. Okay, so that means that Darren is now stabilized. You no longer have to roll. You still can roll to get up. You need a natural 20 to get 1 hit point to get back up, but you're stabilized. You don't have to make any other rolls. Unless somebody can heal you now, that will put you back on your feet. Otherwise, you won't die. You're in that mode. Darren cannot die now. You're stabilized unless I chew you up or fuck you up with my kobolds. Thazit, you're in a room full of hurt, buddy. What are you going to do? I know what I would do.
There's no such thing as disengage, is there?
Yeah, you can run like a mother.
Don't have much of a choice. Yeah, he's just going to boogie the fuck out of there.
Okay, so you leave this room,
And
book
if
around
all
the
goes
corner.
well, just tuck behind this wall here.
Let's see how well all goes for you. I just want to check something out. Because... okay, so as you scoot out of this room, these guys, they're all reloading. They're chittering and chattering at one another. They're all jumping up and down with glee. Spurnick is on his knees over in the corner here like a bit of a coward with his hands up. He's like, don't hit me. That, look what you've done kind of thing. You make a dash out of this room, and as you cross past these glyphs again, you're going to take more damage from these glyphs.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, these magical tendrils reach out and oh, bammo, you take 12 points. Okay, this is where shit gets real. So I'm going to put you right here somewhere. And then because you're the last guy that I touched, as it will go down. And then that puts me to Brudnir. No, sorry, Daryl. Darren's up. Oh, buddy, for that you're gonna get a hero coin. I gotta lay it on you, man. That was fucking fantastic. Well done.
Well, I guess we got point.
Giving one for Thazit for being bold and running into that room and taking a chance.
I can't do anything this round, right? I just got up and that's it.
Yep, that was your roll. You pop up all with 1 hit point, shake the dust off your face, look around.
I actually stay prone. So in case they're firing or something.
Okay,
Yeah,
fantastic.
I might crouch behind the table too.
All right. So my kobolds, they all sort of hide back into this room. They sort of recess into this room under the command of Spermic. Spermdick laughs at Thazit. He's like, "Ha ha, fools! You could have had riches beyond your wildest dreams, but look, you try and come in here and take that which belongs to the cult of the dragon, and you will pay the ultimate price with your lives." And that's what you hear him call out. He's like, "Come on, bring it on, fools! Ha ha ha!" And that's going to be my turn. He's just going to hang out and wait. He ain't no fucking dummy, that's for sure. Let me re-roll some of this. That sucker lands on a 4. The 2 remaining guys that are alive and well, your party's been getting their ass kicked. So I feel like something nice needs to happen, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do that's going to be nice. You see Thazit go down. You've seen Darren go down. You're fucking choked. You're pissed. You stand up. You brush the dirt off. You ever been in a fight as a kid and got bested and then after that fight happens, you turn around and you're even more angry because you got beat up. That's where you're at now. So, as a treat this round, I'm going to let you guys have an easy attack. This will be an easy attempt on anything that you decide to do. Except for Thazit, he's fucking toast.
Oh, you don't know the half of it.
You could lay there and easily fucking chew on some door. All right, so that's my treat. Easy attempts for everybody, and we go to Brudnir.
Shit, it'd be nice if I had something I could do that was easy. Because I can't see in there, right? Do I even
They're
see
hiding.
Thazit down?
Yeah, you can see Thazit. Yep.
Okay. I will head that way then.
All right, wing boots, double speed across the room.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, fuck Darren. You want to leave him here, and you just take off running down this room.
Yeah. And I'll
Okay.
end up like hiding on the side again.
Sure. You spin yourself up against this wall
Pull
over
a
here.
potion out too.
All right, what have you got?
I've got Ale of Death.
Ooh, what does that do?
If I die, I return with 10 hit points.
Oh, very nice. I see it there. So this is a one-shot. After death, return with 10 hit points if consumed, and you don't die that day, it's wasted. So you're going to drink that?
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. I'm going to steal your Ale of Death card and go put it back in the pile. You consume this. This is an Ancient Loot card. So that goes into the Ancient Loot pile. Bada bing. Very nice. Okay. So you do that. I'm going to say that you drink the potion on your way over here. Because it's just an item, you can just sort of like guzzle it. You know what I mean? It doesn't take effect or do a thing yet anyways. If you still want to take an action, I'm going to let you do it.
Well, I can't. I can only take an action in the middle.
Okay. So you shoot up against the wall, drink your potion, and hang out. Thazit, roll me. Did you roll your dying dice, buddy?
Sure did.
And what did you get?
A 1.
Oh,
This is it.
Fuck.
Goodbye.
Oh man, Thazit. All right, so
Eat
Thazit.
sponges.
Thazit is dead. He expires.
God damn it.
Poor Thazit. That is the end of him. All right, so okay, buddy, you take your last
minute.
breath. Go ahead.
Can you hero coin that?
Nope.
Oh, shit.
Well, because what did you roll? A 6? Yeah.
No, I
so-
rolled a 1.
Oh no, you
No,
rolled.
your death save.
Yeah, your save was a 6.
Yeah, but that
even
save
with
was a 6.
even with a 12, you're looking at 18
Yeah, it's not
max.
going to make it.
Ah, too bad. Shit.
Poor Thazit expires in this instance. A valiant attempt, my friend. A valiant
I
attempt.
clearly suggest loot the body when you guys are done.
Okay, so that puts us around to DJ Cartier. Darren pops up.
I'm going to move up here. Can I make it to here? Do I see them if I move up to the doors?
Yep, there is a point at which you can see line of sight on a few of them.
Okay, it's an easy check. Start lighting these fuckers up. That's a 15.
Okay, so I'm going to say that you target this guy.
That is a 5.
Okay, so 5 points of damage on the first kobold.
Ooh, here we go again.
Roll for damage.
That's a 10.
Okay, that kobold falls to the ground dead. And you can see at least this guy here.
Okay, I will fire him. It's a total of 7.
Okay. You're getting some good rolls today there, except for the... All right.
Wow, again. Ooh, 12.
Okay, so those two kobolds that you can see now are completely pasted. The other ones and Spurnik are still hidden around each side of the room. Unbeknownst to you, Thazit has expired.
Okay,
Thazit
I'm
is one
taking
of the... Go ahead.
cover by the door.
All right, so you move a little bit behind the door, and
Yes,
that
I
puts
guess
it around to Spurnik's turn. Spurnik from inside this room is yelling at his kobolds to take cover and stop being so stupid. So they kind of hide over here. He can see that Spurnik is... Well, you guys can't see this, but Spurnik is moving around inside this room, and he sees that Thazit is there laying on the ground. He's eyeballing Thazit a little bit and sees that Thazit is no longer breathing or moving. So he realizes that he's got one of you down. He calls out, he's like, "Aha! That is it for your friends. You will suffer the same fate. You should have left when you could." And he screams for his kobolds to attack. They come rushing out into this hallway here, bolstered by Thazit's death. They appear in the hallway. They look around and see Brudnir standing there, but do not see Darren, who's hiding behind the door.
Do they hit the glyph?
Yes, they do hit this glyph, but the glyph won't affect them because they're on his team. It affects enemies.
Okay, makes sense.
Lame.
In
Okay.
fact, actually, what makes more sense is he is going to turn the glyph off. Let's do that.
Okay.
He disengages
So
it.
now he turns it off. I see.
Let's, for the sake of the story, because that would make more, if they ran past it, boom, right? He disengages the glyph and tells them to get out there and kill the rest of you, seeing that he's bolstered by the fact that Thazit has died. He pops out these little, so how many have I got? Four left?
There's only
Yep.
2 left.
Spurnik hides in there. There's 4 left. Nice try, Daryl. I'll take your hero coin for being a jerk off.
No, whoa. I see.
I'm going to make 4 slings, four weapon attacks. 11, so
Jesus.
add plus 2. We're looking at 13, 15, and 16. Ooh, minus
The 2 will hit.
plus 3 on all of those. Come to think of it, all of those are easy attempts, so I get to add 3 on top of all of them. So you actually got 16, 18, and 19. So 3 hits.
Yeah. Yeah.
11 points of damage.
Okay, I'll take the signet off the last one. So 9 points of damage.
Okay. This is my turn. Spurnik stays in the room. He's removed the spell. Rotation value goes down to 3. These goblins, I'm trying to give you guys a little hints, but they're chirping and chittering that they do to one another in their like kobold language. You see them jumping up and down. They're pretty fucking happy that they just nailed you with all these rocks and shit. Almost as if they're bolstered in some fashion. They're like, cheering each other on, and they're like, "Yeah, we're kicking ass and taking names." That puts it around to your turn, Brudnir.
Okay, I'm gonna step up, draw my sword, and kill this guy, then keep killing the rest of them until we all die.
Is that what you're gonna do?
Yep.
Oh, let her rip.
20.
Oh,
Oh,
So let me confirm to see if I do ultimate on that. That's what I gotta do for ultimate. Yeah, so I do ultimate on that. You want to do double ultimate on him?
he just, yep, go ahead. I can't believe you rolled a freaking natural 20 on that.
It's 21 plus 25 on him.
Okay, he's like so annihilated that it's beyond annihilation. You lop his head off along with like 2 of his arms and 1 of his legs, and he just falls fucking sideways into a pile on the ground. Well
Okay,
done.
And then I flip it up.
Yeah.
Because I've got my Keddish chain, and I rolled above a 15, and I attack the next one.
Okay. In
You're
the
up.
name of Thazit, I smite thee.
Oh, I don't know if that hit. 12.
Yeah, the room is 12.
Okay, I'll see if I do ultimate damage on him. I do. . 7 points.
Okay.
That's
He
it.
is alive and kicking. Is that it? Is that all you got?
Yeah, I stopped the chain. Unless you can I summon that hound, or is that an action?
It's an action.
Okay, no worries then. That's all I got.
Okay, Darren, work your magic, buddy.
Perfect. Quick question. Since they don't know I'm there, I got something to get the drop on them?
Nope, there's no drop in this game.
Yep. Okay. I'm sorry.
They're aware you're around here somewhere, believe me. And they're gonna.
Okay.
If any of them survive this, they're gonna let you know that they're aware of your existence.
That's 10.
10 on the first one. All right, that
Yeah.
kobold drops to the ground. You can hit one more before the third guy's got covers.
Well, I'm moving out, eh?
Oh, okay,
So-
sure.
Well, I'm leaning. He's just leaning out past the door, shooting, and then retreating back.
I got you, but you see, this guy here is behind the cover of this pillar, so you're going to have to move a
Another
significant distance to get past shooting this guy. So you take out this kobold. He dies. No bubbles, no troubles. And the last guy, you can't even see. I'm going to say you don't even realize he's there, but there is one left behind this pillar. So you're going to duck back into cover.
Yeah. I can't do anything else when it was.
All right, fantastic. So this kobold, losing all of his buddies, no longer gets what is called the buddy bonus. They no longer boost each other and get easy attacks. He does squeal something in kobold that you guys might not understand, but Sperm Dick comes out. He's like, "What's this? You've killed all of my minions." And he sort of rolls over to this guy here, looks around, and he's joining the fray. He's like, "You're going to pay for killing, my minions and ruining my plans. How dare you, fools!" And he's going to start blasting away. So he and the kobold are going to shoot. First one's him. 5 and a 9. Fuck, those are going to be 2 misses. His arcane bolt fizzles in his hand. He looks down. He's like, "By gods, this shouldn't be happening to me." And then the kobold releases a stone, goes flying by and misses as well. So that's going to put it around to Charles's turn. Going to reduce my timer. Wow, that was not good. Not good for me.
I'm gonna step up to him.
Yep.
Pull down.
Excuse me, I tried to mute that, but I couldn't get my button in time.
That's fine. I just pointed the sword at him and just slash. That's a 15.
Okay, that's going to be a hit.
Turn for ultimate. I do.
Oh, shit.
That's 13.
Did.
13 points of damage lays Spurnick down. Describe how you kill him.
I look at him. I just walk towards him, pointing at him with the sword, then sweep out and cut his mouth. He talks a lot.
Villainous verbosity, and he's done.
Yeah, and I got a 15, so I'm gonna bring the sword back and slash and kill the kobold.
Okay.
Back him up.
Oh fuck!
Nice.
I spared you. Leave.
This kobold's not having any of it, for sure. I know that's what you say to him. But you can, for the sake of the story, I would call out, "There's one left, Darren. Come and kill this thing." And then you're like, "Run while you can," or something like that. And he stands his ground. Making you realize, I should say as well, that whatever cult or organization or group that these guys are from has a stronger grip on them than the fear of being killed immediately. Like if he knows if he runs, he's dead. Otherwise, I would have had them run a long time ago. But these are like fanatics, right? So, yes, thanks, Daryl. But that puts it to your turn, Daryl. You gonna pop out?
Yeah, he's gonna move up. So whichever distance he has to be to fire to see him.
Okay, and Kablamo.
Oh yeah. You fucking little wanker. Take that. Right between the fucking eyes. That's the basset. Take 10.
All right, he dies. Kaboosh. And we're going to go into well, that's going to be it for this part. We're going to end it here. What's going to happen is you guys realize that Thazit is dead. There's no bringing him back. You could pay to get him resurrected. You already know this. That
Gary?
yes, sir.
I
Yes.
learned that last time I was there.
Well,
Oh shit, son. You do have that. Do you don't you?
I learned it.
Okay, so it's a hard roll. In 1d4 rounds, your hand is kind of in the way of. In 1d4 rounds, a deceased target you touch will live again with 1 hit point. Okay, so this is a spell that you now have. The spell, the power of resurrection. This is a one-shot deal. If you fail,
it's not a spell?
it is a
I
spell.
learned it.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh
one
no
shot.
no. Yeah. You can cast this on multiple people. Like this is a spell you can use over and over again. But if you do not succeed at resurrecting him, you cannot try again to resurrect him. That's not to say you can't take him to town and pay the clerics to do it.
Right.
But this is it for you.
Okay.
So you got to make a hard roll in 1d4
I
rounds.
kneel over sperm dick and start casting this.
What? Okay.
No, that's it.
All right.
All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
Ah, shit.
Oh, fucking.
Yeah.
Oh!
Fuck around.
What?
Fuck around.
Oh. That is
Impressive.
insane. All right. So because we're in an hours kind of a thing, we're no longer in mere moments. We've now gone to like hours. Nothing is happening in this instance kind of a thing. You lean down. Describe what that looks like. That was fucking
Okay, so-
fantastic.
I lean around and I get over him. I probably pull him out of the room and throw him on one of the tables
Okay.
and just start focusing and just think of all the bullshit in the world and just anger raise him from the dead because life is bullshit. The room is bullshit. And just come back. This is stupid.
Thazit winks, blinks. A few moments pass. His eyes shudder open. He gasps like they do in the movies, you know? Every time you think they're dead, and then all of a sudden he spits like blood out of his lungs. Takes that big, deep breath of air, and he looks around and realizes that he had passed over to the what plane is it? What plane is it that the ghosts live on? It's not astral, spectral. It's not spectral.
Spectral.
Ethereal?
Ethereal. That is the one that I am thinking of. Yes. So your soul gets sucked out of the ethereal plane. You've seen some things while you were there. Some things that have triggered you, changed your perception of life, how your spirit works, energies, these kinds of things, but not in a good way, in a bad way. I'm going to, as a cost of you coming back, ask you to reduce one of your abilities by 1. Now this has to be an ability that you have points in. So one of your ability scores, which is strength, dexterity, all of that, you're going to have to reduce by 1 point. But I'll let you choose which one it is, and you can describe why.
Well, I think the con probably makes sense just from a pure, like a health standpoint.
Okay.
He's not quite, well, he's definitely not as healthy as he was, not as sturdy. just more subject to shit and everything around them.
Okay. So we're going to reduce your con by 1, which puts you at 0.
Yep.
So I'm going to take your race bonus away and put 0 in there.
Yep.
Let's say this might not be permanent. If you can, if in our adventures we find a way to bolster your constitution back up, we can adjust that. So I'll put race at 0 for now. But yeah, just being sucked back out of the ethereal plane into your prime material mortal shell has imposed a shock on you. That maybe has changed your life in some fashion. You stand up, look around, look at the gaping hole. Or yes, go ahead,
Gary. Well, as he's on the table and he's coming up, I'm gonna remember my ancestors' magic, the power of the elves, and he'll put his hand down on his chest, start bringing him back up slowly. Since we have hours healing touch,
Okay.
so bring him back up to full slowly.
All right. So
Same with me. Same with everybody.
Yep. You guys, we're going to end it here. What I'm going to say is that you walk into this room, and as you look around at the far end of this sort of circular room, you see on the wall this gigantic dragon's head. Inside of its mouth, there's 4 individual sort of weird, unique slots that look like you could put stones in them. This door or whatever is at the far end of this room is somehow magically protected. Like you need the key to unlock it. The key is basically, you can tell by looking at this thing, is in 4 parts. You're studying the surrounding rooms, and you realize that each one of these rooms has a pedestal on it with a unique stone. In this room, you've seen these 4 dead kobolds, so somehow they didn't make it to the stone in this room here to get that one, and you can't see what's going on in this room. It's filled with like a cloudy sort of acidic cloud of destruction, so you're not quite sure what's going on in there. But you're hanging out, dealing with Thazik and shit like that, and over the course of the next hour, that's sort of what you see. There's this door and these rooms that look like they're trapped that contain keys. I'm sure at some point you're going to search Sperm Dick and the existing kobolds and shit like that. So we will actually do that right now before we end. And as you're searching through Sperm Dick's pockets, he pulls out this. You see the gem, this red ruby gem that he has, but he has these 2 other ones. And you piece together that his kobolds have already recovered 2 of the pieces of the 4. He's got them in his pockets. And I am going to deal out, let's deal out some shabby loot to some peeps. Shabby's actually not bad. I think it's better than ancient. But we're going to give you guys bam, bam, and boom. Everybody got a thing?
I actually like the healing touch. It's really cool.
Delete. And as you search their bodies, that's what you find, along with the gem that he has.
What's this coin's
What did you get there? Do you know how to rotate? Do you know how to
Yeah,
rotate stuff? So if you grab it with your left mouse and hit Q, Q turns it, and then F flips it. Alt also lets you look at it on the big screen.
So 90? 2D 100. All right. 9 and a 0. Is that 200? So after all, 100% out.
I gotta go see what is Daryl doing over here.
I rolled a 9 and a 0. 0% out.
Oh wow.
So
So it's 2D. Yeah, 2D 100 coins. So your first roll was
9-0 and 8 and 8-8. So yeah, 170.
So you rolled 91 on your first one? And 88. So 91 and 88.
9-0. No, it's a 9-0, 990.
Oh, 90 and 88, so 178?
Yep. Onto what I had originally.
Nice. That's a sweet stash of coin.
rich, bitch.
I'm watching Corey fuck around with his shit over here. Let me get this for you, my man. I don't know why you're having issues with this. We'll move this guy out of the
Yeah.
way.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna keep moving shit around until it fits.
Right? Sometimes that's just what you got to do.
Yep.
Right? Reusable
Armor
supplies.
repair kit.
Nice. I don't want to say what you guys have. Charles, can you tab over which one it is that you found so I can see? I'm just curious to know what you got. Nice. Nice. That's fucking hilarious. Okay. I will check and see what is. Well, let me see what Spurnick has. Spurnick might have actually his own little pile of loot that I will give you guys too before we end this. Where is Spurnick in the character sheet thing here? Ghast, Bandit, Sperm Dick, Winged Kobold, Spurnick, Cult Fanatic. Dark Vision, spell casting spells, 2 melee attacks. So Spurnick had a dagger, a couple of daggers on him. Nothing magical on his person. Just spells that he knew. And he does have the books. He has 2 books currently in his pouch that detail the location of this crypt. These books were Theo's from his personal library, so you find those. And I'm going to say, off of the kobolds, you will find another 63 coins in total.
So divide that by 4, I guess.
Sure, let's say 60 divided by 4 is what, 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just do that. So another 15 coins apiece. Okay, and then that's going to conclude our adventure. We'll see what's behind the dragon head door in 2 weeks when we come back.
Give me
Sounds
30
good.
seconds.
30 seconds.
Well, I'm just adding the loot.
Now, something to keep in mind, guys. If we return Spurnick to the Red Plume and Cockburn, we're getting 50 coin from one and 10 from the other.
Nice.
Yeah.
Soon I'm going to be at 500 coins.
This might be a good...
And then bring in you get 100 coin per book that's recovered as well.
And don't forget, he had that gem that's a king's ransom. You guys could be like
That's
quite
right.
rich. This might be the retirement round here.
This is Freedom 35.
All right, and on
Spend
that
some
note,
money at
I'm going to shut the
Claws,
stream
Crusty
down.
Cooches.
Thanks everybody for showing up and watching. Those of you that did or did not, appreciate your business. Thanks for coming by, and we're going to kill the stream here. Thanks everybody.